Bing, bop, boom, bop, bam, bop, boom. We be recording. We be recording. Look at all these people joining the Greasy Pre-Show. I am the Greasy Pre-Show. Nobody cared who I was till I put on the pre-show. Huh?
No.
Record your progress. You're an influencer nobody's ever heard of.
That was pretty good. I give you
I
that
know.
one.
And I created that emoji to be like...
That made me chuckle. All right, let's close Discord.
Well, you don't want to hear constant boop boop?
No,
Boop,
God, that was so obnoxious.
boop.
It's the worst.
Boop, boop.
Oh, get some audio. All right, so Big James. Big James, pretty.
You better quit hitting that microphone when you talk.
Yeah.
I will come to New York if I have to hear this. I ain't coming to New York.
And welcome back to episode 11 of the Unpaid and Underrated podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Big Keith, joined as always here by Big Joey.
Hello.
And this week we got special guest Big James, who muted himself for some reason, but there he is. Hey, say hello there, Big James.
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Howdy, howdy. Just if I didn't say it already, we're podcast by crew, for crew, etc. You know the drill by now. And Big James, you drinking anything fancy over there?
Just got some wine actually. So
Wine.
Cheers, fellas.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
red wine.
There you go. That is
feeling very bougie tonight.
Is that our first?
Pinkies up.
Has anyone else drank wine on the podcast before? I think that might be
No.
out of 100 and this is episode 18, so episode 119 episodes, if you will, or 11, whichever one it is. That is I think the first wine consumption.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't get very many first over here. It's been we're old men in this game, so it's not a whole lot of often we do something new. It's pretty cool.
That was the goal. Be the first for something. So.
There you go. I'm just rocking a regular old bubbly, nothing fancy.
In the wrong koozie.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that lives on. I don't. What the fuck do I have metal in? I mean, I guess I could maybe trust it on my fucking mics. I'm good. No, I like it. Lives on one of the pipes downstairs. So
I don't use any other drink holder now. Only the Drink Spotter Chill.
Yeah, no. This is my podcast koozie.
Drink Spotter Chill is carrying me through the summer so far.
Yeah,
it's pretty dope. I was impressed with it.
Yeah.
Once I finally used it, I was like, oh, I get it now.
I made that reel where I was just like, does it drink safety? And then I like put it on the railing. That thing got something stupid, like over 1,000 views or whatever. And I'm like, why? Like my lifting videos get like 200 views, and just a simple like, does it drink safety? Clink gets so many. The internet's stupid. I'm gonna cancel.
You wearing anything fancy over there, Big James?
I got the Home Gym Nerd t-shirt on tonight.
Nice. That's I couldn't tell what you were wearing. I see your head, and then it's like all your jerseys, and your camera's just facing all up your nose.
I can't keep the Home Gym Nerd one clean, because as soon as it's clean, I wear it, and then I have to wait for the laundry to be done again. I kind of stupid. I should have got two.
I know Keith likes the new band blank, but this is probably one of my favorite blanks. This feels so comfy to me. I don't know if I use like good fabric softener or something, but this is
still
comfy.
I swear it's still just a hair heavier. And the band one, I don't know what it is. It just feels like it's like an eighth skinnier, thinner material than the other ones. But yeah, I think Stephanie actually wore the Home Gym Con one to work the other day, which I got a kick out of. I was like, I don't know how that's a little extra casual there, but sure.
It's a going out shirt.
Yep. I'm rocking the Home Gym Con shirt for reasons to be discussed later, possibly.
I just have a shirt. I literally landed from Oren's soccer game 20 minutes ago, so
it's got to be unpleasant with the air quality right now.
It is very unpleasant. Being outside in general sucks.
Well, yeah, but like it's like literally unsafe, at least here at certain days recently.
I think you guys are getting it worse than us because of them westerly winds or easterly winds.
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But the sun is red for most of the day here, which is terrifying.
Yeah, that sounds good.
It's terrifying.
Well, speaking of something not terrifying, we got this crew spreadsheet. If anyone hasn't seen that yet, Big Gary's been working on there. I threw it up in the. I think it all. Dave asked me if I had if I had a spreadsheet of everyone's names and emails, and I was like, "No, Dave, I don't have an email. I don't have an email list of the crew." And then he was like, "Well, do you have all their Instagrams?" And I was like, "No, I don't." It's like, and then I was like, "Well, that's actually a really good idea and something I've been meaning to potentially do at some point." But I was like,
Yep.
I'm not doing it. Like someone else can do that. I will put the idea out there and encourage other people to do it. And then Gary kind of started running with it. And then after Gary had already started one, Nate was like, well, I can just create a doc and people can just do it themselves. And then he never did that. So Gary's
Yep.
still running with his thing. So I think Gary's already got like a, 1/6 of the crew already inputted. So inputted? That's not right.
Input?
Inputted. But I said inputted. I don't think that's.
I think you would just say
would
input.
Yeah.
Yes.
Put in? Like I
1/6 of the crew input.
I don't know, but he's been putting something in. So thanks, Gary. Appreciate that, buddy. So yeah, anyone, there's some links in. There are some links in Discord, or just send Gary.
Yeah, you can't talk about lists and putting it in. You're gonna get in trouble. Release the list, Gary.
Good stuff.
That's enough political talk.
The whole point was just to have a database with people's real names, people's Discord handle, and people's Instagram, and then if you want to add some other stuff, Derek from Virginia added like a paragraph about like things he wanted to talk to people about, and I thought that was pretty dope. So I had to like go to I had to go into the spreadsheet and like move the notes column over like 37 tabs to like encompass his whole like 2 sentences. So, but I thought that was really cool. So it's it's pretty much open source, but Gary's also collecting the data. So I think that'll be a really cool thing for us to have going forward.
Doesn't Tanner just have all that?
No, Tanner just has a list of people's. He might have. I don't even think Tanner has like names and Discord. Like I think Tanner just has like names. He just has supporting members' names and probably emails.
Addresses, probably.
Yeah, well, yes, but like he does. I'm assuming he does not have Instagram and he does not have like the Discord names all corresponded. And even if he does, he's not going to like give that to us. So this is kind of like our. Because then it's like, well, maybe someone didn't want to give that information out. So this is kind of why it's like
crowdsourced.
It's either pulled publicly, so it's already out there, or you submitted it yourself, so no one's like getting butthurt that like we stole your data. Speaking of butthurt,
I don't know if I want to talk about that.
All right, yeah, because that might actually be funny if it ever happens. But right now, it's just we could be let's sit on that then.
Let's just say I put a GIF in. As soon as I found out, and I was like, just gonna chill in this chat for a little bit because like there's no way, let's just say there's no way he's gonna join and stay.
No,
it isn't possible. He will likely he'll likely get bullied out.
Yeah, yeah, people know what we're talking about at some point or ask us in person. But let's see.
Hey, we have an ask us in person thing. Woo-hoo.
Yeah. I did some in person stuff last weekend. I feel like it was a month ago now, but it was literally just like 5 days ago. And I did Big Dan from Syracuse did his a strongman show out in Buffalo, and Chris Mark was there volunteering, and I kind of last minute decided to ride out with Chris and Chris's coach and our a mutual friend, and I ended up throwing my hat in the ring just to help volunteer because I was I'm already stuck there all day because I didn't drive, so it's like rather than just like watching people, like I can at least contribute. So and it's for a really good cause. It's like the guy that puts it on. His son tragically passed away a few years ago in a car crash, and he's been putting on like a meet the last few years, and it's all to give back to youth sports because his son was he was only 20 when he passed away, and he was like really avid youth sports player. So they literally raise like 15 grand a year to like put into local youth sports, which is an awesome cause for them. So I like last minute I saw him. I was like, hey, if you need me anywhere, I'm here. And he put me on sandbags, so I had to fucking move the goddamn sandbags around for like 4 or 5 hours in the sun. But at least it was on.
Did you break any?
No, didn't break any.
Oh, I see. It's just Tanner's that you break.
Yeah. Well, I think we can blame Jake for that because it was already a broken sandbag, and I'm pretty sure he loaded a 200-pound bag up to 225, and it was already blowing out at the seams. But sure, blame Keith, blame the easy target. It's all my fault. I did it.
We have video evidence, dude.
Yeah, video evidence that it was already fucking broken before I even touched it because the goddamn flap wouldn't fucking Velcro shut. And I think Tim was on record saying, yeah, you just, it leaks a little.
Tim who? Feathers?
I believe, yes. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
right.
that him, but I can't remember exactly what he said. But anyway, everyone just likes to bust my chops, but it's all good. Um, had a funny story about an old squat bar that I sold this, a friend of a a friend of a friend, a squat bar. But then we follow each other on Instagram and whatnot. And then he was just doing a story of his gym and what I thought was the bar that I had sold him, like in the video, super rusty. So I kind of like jokingly responded with like, "Ma'am, what the hell did you do to my bar? It's all rusty," or something to that extent. And he was like, so he sent me back like a solid like minute video, basically saying, "Nah, that's not your bar. This is your bar. It just looks like it, and yours is still in mint condition, and I love it." And it was just really funny that he took the time because he knew that like I kind of had like, it's like if you sell something that you really appreciated and liked, and then you see someone trash it, you kind of you might get a little irritated about it. So he kind of reassured me. He's like, "No, man, I'm taking care of your bar." So I just got a kick out of that because like very few people would like take the time to send that video back because like knowing that it would actually mean something to me, and it kind of did because I was like, okay, it was just my turn with the bar. Now it's his turn with the bar. At least he's taking care of it. So
You're gonna put that story in your memoirs?
fuck you. Well, according to you, I'm an influencer nobody knows, so no one's gonna read it anyway.
Great work. Um, Big Jakey. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. So, keep getting called away. All right. Nice having you, bro. And so I have that 150-pound sandbag downstairs. I have two of them. I have the Inukshuk, and then I have 100-pound bells of steel. But I've had that 150-pound grain strength one. I think use code SCANTS10 to get 10% off that bag. And it's just been sitting there because it was too heavy. And now the 100-pound isn't heavy enough. So I'm trying to fill this thing. So I say to my dad, I'm like, "Oh, I got to go to Home Depot to buy sand. Do we need any sand around the house?" And he goes, "Why are you going to buy sand? I got 3 containers over there." And I'm like, "What?" So I go over and he literally he's got a shop vac container because the shop vac's broken, a trash can, and a small like gravel container completely full of like what I would like virgin unused sand.
So did he like have a patio project? Did
Yeah, when we installed
Okay.
the shed.
Okay.
Apparently it's just been sitting there for like a year and I had no clue. So now we're filling up my sandbag. It is wet. So the sandbag is wet at the bottom. I hate all of you. But
Well, you could have set it in a you could have like laid out all the sand on a tarp or in a wheelbarrow and like let it just bake in the red sun for a day or two, and that's what a lot of people would be doing. But yeah, I understand the urgency just to get it filled, and then you're like, fuck, I should have let it dry out because I had one that was wet for like 9 months. It was disgusting.
Everybody mocked me for asking if you dry out your sand.
No, you really do. And like you can. Like I've had
like I
people DM
did
me
that with
like
the pea
their
gravel.
ingredients or their like step-by-step instructions of how they do it, kind of.
I washed the pea gravel, dried it on a tarp, and added it to those. But everybody was like, "You don't really like dry your sand, do you, weirdo?" And I'm like, I
would
guess
dry
not. So either I'm
after
being
having a wet
punked.
sandbag, I would definitely
Yeah.
dry your sand if you have the opportunity.
And then it started
it's
raining halfway through filling it, which double sucked. So now it's like I have to bring my scale outside, take it over to the sand, fill it, walk it over to the scale because the scale only works on flat ground, and I'm filling it in a gravel driveway. So like, and I couldn't find anything to scoop it. I was literally using the kids' beach toys just because of the small container it's in. And it was taking hours. And like, I finally got it. And I stepped up on the scale. I was like, "Morgan, what does it say?" Because I can't see if I'm holding the sandbag. I can't see the scale.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Yeah, it's at about 95 pounds." And I was like, "I've been at this for an hour. I hate this."
Well, where's it at now? Because if you fill that to 150, you're not going to be able to carry it down your basement stairs very easily.
You watch me.
All right, bud. Don't break your fucking neck.
I'm going to Scott Dodds that thing right up.
All right. Because you could always
how much
get
weight does it lose if it dries up?
And that's the other thing.
You will have to weigh
I
it.
got to continue measuring it as it dries. So I have to keep some sand
10 pounds, I'd bet.
I think I got about 40 pounds of pea gravel left, but I really wanted the experience of a sandbag so that I could tell all of you guys that it doesn't really matter.
Feels the same.
I like a good sandbag.
Sticker swap is huge right now. You heard about this?
Yeah.
Seen this?
Yeah. It's a thing.
Look at
I have like 4 on my list that I got to get out. So sorry.
I got all of these. I got all of these. You're at the front there, Robo.
Oh yeah.
Plus, I got like this pile here, and I don't know what to do with them, but I want them. So
Make them
Morgan,
magnets.
that's
Make
what Morgan
them
said. She
into
said
magnets.
get a
Yeah.
whiteboard and make them into magnets.
Yeah, because you're gonna waste like especially on like one-off stickers. It's like I got some stickers now that I'm like, fuck, I should have made that a magnet like 6 years ago, and now it's kind of just stuck where it is. But
Yeah,
it's super convenient.
I was thinking of getting an old style photo book
Hmm.
and sticking them in
Oh,
there. And
Yeah,
Morgan was like, "You're never gonna look at those again."
yeah. Where it's nice to have them displayed. So
Yeah,
I don't know if you. I mean, you could even if you have like you should have like metal beams and shit in your basement. You could stick them on that and then just move them around and take them with you when you move
yeah.
out or something. So,
I think
but
that's the
yeah,
game.
anything that's removable is really dope with the stickers. Every time I see someone just put a sticker on a fridge or something, I'm like, oh, it makes me cringe. I'm like, that fridge is gonna die in like 5 years or less, and now
Yeah,
you're not gonna have any of these crew stickers anymore. It's sad.
and
Remy's fridge.
what's that?
Yes, Brimmy. Yes, you need to get
Remy's
those.
Remy's
Remy
fridge.
has like
Oof.
a sick fridge with a
I
lot of
think
stickers.
Mary's fridge too. I think she's sticking all of our stickers on there.
Or
But
door.
if
I think it was the door to the
yeah,
garage or something.
oh geez, if I send anybody the Delft Dungeon stickers and you're listening, I think Robo, I sent you some.
Yeah,
Okay, the
yeah, I got
black
him.
one is dope. The other one, so what I didn't realize, I kept telling Morgan because she designed the sticker. So I said, "Hey, can you upload your design?" She used like Vistaprint.
Yeah, you told us last week she got shitty stickers in
Yeah, their
comparison to the quality.
label quality. Fuck, I'm mad.
So code unpaid at Plate Snacks
Yeah,
and get all your stickers
next one's
going
going code
forward, ladies and
paid.
gentlemen.
Next one's going code
Um,
unpaid.
hopefully we can get. I want. He was supposed to be at home gym con this year, but he ended up having to back out. But we got a little sneak peek at who might be at home gym con next year. Who has signed up. I only say might be just because I've seen the home gym con roster like 6 months out, and then like 20 of those people don't show up. So here's hoping Massonomics isn't included in that. Category next year, so they are officially on the roster for Home Gym Con 2026, and that'll be dope.
Massonomics?
Yep,
Yes.
They got a
Yes.
booth?
Yep.
yep.
Yes. Yeah. As a booth holder, not just a
That's a
content
good
creator. Yeah.
idea.
I buried the lead there in my intro.
You
Yeah.
got your
Jake.
tickets, right, Keith?
Yes, I went ahead and splurged on the VIP just to get it out of the way, and like it wasn't going to be any cheaper, and I made it happen this year when it was 2 weeks before Massonomics, and I'll have to make it happen next year when it's 2 weeks after. So it just kind of is what it is, and you know prioritize, and especially knowing that they're going to go now, it's just going to be that much doper with like even more crew. So hopefully we can bump up those numbers and get more just homies there, make it like
I'll be there.
yeah.
Whoa,
Well,
buddy.
I got mine. I
hopefully you
got
and I don't
my
get stuck
tickets
in
the
DC
first day,
again.
yeah.
I think I'm fucking driving.
Oh,
I think I'm.
dude.
Yeah, I think I got to drive. I think it's gonna be 10 hours. I might even have to. I don't think the old lady's gonna let me borrow her car. I'm not taking my car, but I'm gonna have to rent one. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I'm not risking that flight again. But I'm gonna go down Thursday. We have to go down Thursday now because with the VIP, it's like Thursday. He's gonna have some stuff in the evening. So and then there's be
Yeah.
the travel day. Even if it does go to shit, it's nothing's happening until in the evening. So, but yeah.
VIP. Ooh, okay. Ooh.
But
I did not splurge for that.
eh,
I I
it wasn't.
I
It was
figured
like
when
140 bucks
when it
or something. I think it
released,
wasn't even that much.
yeah, and when
But it was like
I
for a
got it the
3 day
first day and
event.
it was 45. So I was like, if I decide not to go to this, at least I'm only $45 in the hole. I did not
Yep.
want to
Yeah, because
get the VIP.
Jake had to get rid of. He was way too generous the first couple years with giving out refunds, and I think that bit him in the ass this year. And he had thousands of dollars of people wanting refunds the last minute, and just out of the goodness of his heart, he goes from being X amount of thousands of dollars in the hole to now more thousands of dollars in the hole just for refunds. So I think a lot of people have gotten to his ear, just be like, yeah, dude, you have to make this feasible for you. So like, stop being so friendly and shit. So I think he pulled any refund abilities, which is it's I don't know anyone else that ever offered a refund for an event like that. So the fact he did it for 3 years was for 2 years through.
2 years. Yeah, this was the third one that just passed.
Yeah, so yeah, I've been to so many. It's hard. I'm fucking losing track. I'm running out
Two?
of fingers. I'm running out of fingers to count on. Oh no, it was because I was like, was it two or was it three? Yeah, you're right. It was three because it was two in
So many.
two in French Lick and one in Louisville. So.
This dink life is just keeping me so busy. I can't
fuck
keep track
off.
I can't keep track of one event a year for 3 years.
Well, not when it's sandwiched in between another event that I go to every year, and then another event that I've gone to 2 out of 3 years, and then another event that I've gone to 3 out of 3 years. So it's a lot of shit that revolve around you assholes. And speaking of those assholes, let's rate last week's Massonomics episode. I don't even know what it was because I didn't write any notes down. That was the
Macro
Tommy's
factor.
macro factor one. Yeah. So, Robo, did you listen to that? What'd you think of it? Did you...
Yeah, I thought it was good. They got into a little chat GBT talk too, which I thought was funny
Yeah,
because
what the fuck is it? I still don't know what an M dash or M dot or
and
M
He
log
it's
literally
or
explained it.
yeah,
I
he
get
did. He did a
I
good
just like
job at
which
it.
dash
Yeah.
is it? There's so many dashes on the
It's the
keyboard though.
longer middle one.
Yeah, I've never
You have like an
used.
underscore, you have a small middle one, and
Yeah,
then
I
you have a
use the
longer
small
middle
middle
one.
one as like a hyphen all the time. I've never done the longer one, I don't think. I don't know
But
someone would use that or what it would make sense in a sentence for. Like I
it
even
is
Googled
like
it and it still didn't make sense.
I know people who use ChatGPT for stuff, and they are like, "Well, you have to take out those dashes." I didn't know what they were called. I didn't know they were
Just
M
so it's not
dashes,
obvious that
but
they're stealing.
yeah,
I
like
wonder if there's a
I
way to
was.
tell GBT to just take that out.
I'm
I'm
sure you
curious.
can cue it to
Yeah.
do kind
It's like
of
don't make this look like
make this
forgery,
sound as you typically do, and do
but
whatever.
take these out.
I thought that was good. I use Macro Factor actually.
Oh,
Oh,
I
dope.
use Code Massonomics. So it
On the
was
website.
yeah.
Oh,
I
that
actually use it in passing. Like I just got the year subscription, whatever, for the $70, but
mm-hmm.
I kind of only use it actually when I'm in prep. Because I'm
Okay.
someone who like I compete in 90 kilograms powerlifting. And I float like 5 to 6 pounds above that like every day. So when I'm about 12 weeks out, I'll start to like dial in on macro factor and like weigh myself every morning and really focus on meal prep. And it's really, really helpful for that. But when I'm not directly in prep, I kind of just don't care enough to do it. Like I feel like it is kind of effort just logging food. But
mhm.
that's
Oh,
not macro
absolutely it is.
factors thing. That's just like a me thing. But it was a good episode. Like I think it's funny that when Tanner was like, "Oh, it's Tommy's 1 year anniversary," and it's my 1 year anniversary of thinking about joining Macro
Yeah,
Factor.
I get a kick out of
I
that.
got a good kick out of that because yeah, he did kept talking about that. And same thing with Jug. Like he finally, I think, did finally hop on Juggernaut AI, but he talked about that like
But
forever,
like, what is
just
like?
contemplating it.
He doesn't need to lose any more weight. And I think he's already gained some of the weight that he lost. So it's like, I mean, he think he's probably at a really healthy weight. If not, I mean, to just be like the
Yeah,
jacked. I mean, you could say he could gain some weight, but like for what reason? Like if he's not like trying to compete, he's probably a lot healthier at like the two. What I'm gonna guess he's 240 ish, maybe a little lighter, but he doesn't like he said he's catching up to our age. He doesn't need to be 275 anymore. So it's I don't. I don't think he needs to bulk like Tommy is. Tommy, actively wants to be, 220, 230, and, can't do that without an app telling him to eat more, dumbass.
even if I wasn't like worried about weight, I still think it is good to use it for just like tracking protein.
hmm
That's I'm saying that like hypocritically because I don't do
Yeah,
that when
yeah.
I'm not tracking weight, but it would be like because I feel like I know Tommy said something similar. Like if I'm not tracking, I do kind of I don't lose weight necessarily, but like I'll just my carbs will spike so much more compared to my proteins, whatever. Because like I mean pasta or pizza or whatever. Like I eat like a 12-year-old sometimes if I don't consciously think about it, because that's just like what I still gravitate towards. But um, whatever. If can I rate it now or?
Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah. I mean, we've been
I'll
waiting this
rate
whole
it
time.
yeah, 5 out of 5 high school kids using ChatGPT to write essays.
Nice.
I did enjoy the chat GPT talk because some, at work, we have to send morning communications and they cycle through all the managers. And now it's really obvious who's using it because of the rule of three and the dashes and the emojis in front of all of your rule of three.
Yeah, the bullets.
Yeah. So that's really funny, but it's also because like we're kind of encouraged to, because in our job we're encouraged to teach people about AI. But also like, yeah, I caught you.
Mhm.
You put no effort into this. One thing that really had me laughing is Tanner just eating the same thing every day forever. And I shared my story too because it's like we were at the grocery store one day because I don't always get to go shopping with my wife. She does a lot of it without me, and she's like, "I need to get you new lunch meat," and I'm like, "Okay." And she's like, "Do you not realize that you've been eating the same sandwich every day for like a month?" And I was just like, Nope. Like, nope. Sandwich, hummus, vegetables, and a pepperette every day for lunch. Hook me up. And I don't care if it tastes the same or anything. I'm just excited somebody made me a lunch because otherwise I'm gonna eat like poutine or a slice of pizza or just something so bad and fat for me. So like no, you could send the same thing every day. I'm even this close to doing the ground beef and rice. Just give me food. I don't really care what it is, right? As long as it's like enough to get me through the day. And I thought it was really funny when Tanner was just like, I could literally eat that every day and never notice. And because I guess I'm the same way. I thought that was really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 5 out of 5 M dashes.
Yeah, enjoyed it. I think it was. I'm trying to think when it came out, and I think I actually had to listened to it, a lot of it on Monday at work, so I was a little slightly more distracted than I normally. I don't remember what was going on Sunday, but something was going on. But yeah, the one part I liked the most when they were talking about how like just doing ground beef as opposed to chicken is like enough of a like he wouldn't want to eat that every day because it's almost like too flavorful or too fattening or something. So the one thing I would maybe try next time I do a meal prep of chicken is I've never shredded chicken like grilled chicken or baked chicken or whatever in the oven and just actually I mean I've had shredded like if it's crock pot which it ends up being shredded kind of but I've never
Yep.
done like regular grilled chicken shredded so that might be something to try.
Morgan does that, and she'll do it with a pork loin as well.
I do
But
like a
she's
pork loin.
also discovered my favorite meal. A lot of food talk going. Apparently, my favorite meal in the world is braised beef, where you just get like the cheapest beef cut you can and cook it for like 6 hours in a Dutch oven in like gravy. And then you just like that and mashed potatoes. Every time she makes that, I'm just like in heaven.
Sound good.
It really is. And she's like, good, because it's the cheapest meat you can buy. And I'm like, good, buy more. Anyway, yeah. So shredded chicken is awesome. You don't have to get the special Wolverine claws to do it. Just use a fork.
Yeah, I wouldn't at least not for the first time I would experiment with just like with like a big serving fork and then just get like a regular dinner fork and
Yep.
go to town and see what I can do. Uh Big James, you got an ad read for us, bud.
You didn't rate it.
Yep.
Oh, 5 out of 5 shredded chicken breast.
All right, ready?
Yeah,
Yeah,
buddy.
man.
You ever wake up first thing in the morning, walk over to the bathroom mirror, look at yourself, and think, man, I need more virtual friends to talk to about dairy products, getting strong, staying strong, and using our strength? Well, if that's you, good news, my friend. You're exactly the kind of silly goose we're looking for over here at Massonomics. Starting at just $3 a month. Yes, that's right, less than a price of a gas station energy drink. You can unlock access to a glorious online world where things get unhinged, a little weird, and inside jokes take on a life of their own. It might be a community, it might be a cult. Either way, it's a bunch of people who just get it, taking our lifting seriously, but not ourselves. Strong friends, silly vibes, and zero regrets. So come join us, you beautiful goose. We welcome you with arms wide open.
With arms wide open.
Yeah, you
Nice.
beat me to it. With arms wide open.
Well done, James. Well done. Let's kick off. Been getting messages and people chopping in and coming out, and the whole. I think there's a bunch of people, because it's the sister podcast is recording in a little bit, so everyone's getting antsy and wants to see if we have any grease for them first. I think that's what it is. Why we had all that foot traffic, but
I think
we're
we
gonna
should have
kick.
crashed and just done like a cross episode. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Well, but yeah, we'll get all those looky loos out and see if we can get Big James on the horn. Is that you, buddy? James, you there?
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Hey, welcome to the Unpaid and Underrated Podcast. Just where, it's for crew by crew, and that's you now, bud.
Oh yeah, I'm
So we
happy to
just
be here.
we're gonna hit you with some hard questions, what brought you to Massonomics? How'd you find us?
So it's funny. I was kind of Massonomics like adjacent for a while. I was watching their stuff without necessarily knowing who they were, kind of just because I was more into some of the home gym stuff. And then the first real introduction for me to them was I kept watching the TSS combo rack review that they did. Because I wanted a Texas Strength combo rack.
I don't
So
remember.
they did
Oh
it at
yeah, the one they did at
Big
Jack
Nate.
Nate's. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's Big Nate's
I was like,
combo
they don't
rack.
have one, but yeah, they did Jack Nate's.
Yeah, they did that review, and I watched that like a million times just because I was
Well,
on
yeah,
the fence about getting a
it's like a
combo rack.
$4,000 combo delivered. So yeah, you kind of got to do
Yeah,
your due
and then
diligence.
I was watching like an unrelated, like a Gluck, or I think it was Gluck video, and he was saying how every Tanner needs his Tommy, and I was like, oh, those are the Massonomics guys, but I remember
Oh, I get that reference now.
I didn't know which one was Tanner and which one was Tommy, and it was bothering me for whatever reason. So I like looked up Massonomics on YouTube and then started watching like a podcast, and then I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that they had podcasts at this point.
That's funny.
And then I obviously just like started watching the podcast, became into it, became a supporting member. I'm fairly new, very new on your guys' standards, but
It doesn't
started
feel
watching
like
like
that. It does, like Big Robo is
every
a name I see a lot. So like I don't.
I try to be pretty active. I mean, I've been to like I was at the Arnold, I was at Home Gym Con, so that definitely helps. I really wanted to go to Lift Hard, Live Easy this year. Just I did a lot of travel this month, so it was just too much. But um that's kind of me. Like if I join something, I'm not gonna just join it and be a bystander. Like I joined it for a reason, so I want to be involved. That's kind of my personality. So I take that as a compliment that you said that. But yeah, I think I probably was I asked Tanner this today, so it was like early January this year. I actually like fully dove in and became a supporting member. So that's kind of like my origin story for Massonomics. It was kind of a I tiptoed into it and then just like dove in head first.
Hell yeah. Need more of that.
Indeed. So just had a little brain fart of the reel that we shared earlier. We are strongly endorsed, speaking of Tanner, we are strongly endorsed by Tanner as not a bad podcast. Not a bad podcast, guys. I mean, that's pretty good praise, from someone that's done a podcast or two.
Yep.
To be not a bad one, I'll take it.
Yeah, that's up there with number one urban podcast. I don't know which one I would put on a shirt.
Not, I mean, I don't have the $800 that would cost for a billboard, but if I did, it would be number one urban podcast as the first review, and then not a bad podcast as the second review, probably. That's the to harken back to their what didn't they do one during COVID or something that was
Yeah.
basically had that? Yeah. So if we were to do one of those, but yeah. I think it's a little too expensive for our budget anytime soon.
So one thing we ask everybody, and I think this is worth noting because you are impossible to find on Instagram.
No.
So when I was making my envelope to send you, because we were DMing on Instagram, I was just like, okay, I got to go find who this was from, and it was a pain in the ass. So who are you on Discord and who are you on Instagram?
Yeah. Okay. It's funny too because I listened to the podcast you just did with Big Brandon, and in the same sentence, I think he called me like three different things. But so my Instagram is occupational therapist. I'm an occupational therapist for work, so it's just like a play on words. My Discord is Big Robo, and my name is James. Most people my whole life has called me Robo, but I get both. Like I obviously don't introduce myself as Robo. I kind of feel like that's weird as a
He's
grown man.
lying.
To, like
When I met him at the airport, he says, "Yo, I'm Robo." No, he
that's
didn't.
not. I
He
met you
didn't. He
before the
didn't.
airport.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's true. We met at home gym.
That's
We met at the Arnold. That was the Arnold. You
maybe
didn't
we'll
know.
get into that, and but that's just like one of my things.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't like introducing myself as a nickname.
No, I feel you.
Hold
So
on. My
like
wife is naked. Stand by. Just turn the
Okay.
video off. You guys can keep talking.
So, yep, we got you. You shut up and
yeah.
we can talk.
So I don't like introducing myself as Robo. So I try to say James. So if people
Yep.
don't know the like the connection between my
Yeah.
Discord and my Instagram, they might like talk about me as James, but I feel like when I'm with them, everyone kind of calls me Robo. So
Yeah,
that's
I think I've only ever have I called you James? I think I've mostly called you Robo. I don't
You've
know.
been calling him James
that's
this
kind of
entire
Well,
podcast.
this doesn't count. This isn't real life. But
that's
all
kind of
right.
how it goes, honestly. Like when I've that's been my whole life. Like
Hey,
even
Robo.
high school and college, I've never introduced myself as Robo, and then people kind of just like find out my Instagram handle or something, and it
Yeah.
goes
And then
just
what's your
follows me for
gym
whatever
name and what's
reason.
your sticker look like? Because people might resonate and recognize that.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh, I got a nice little
that's a
zoom
whole nother
in.
level of having a different name and a different,
I got a nice
you know.
zoom in on Hogan's gym tour. I'm the
Oh, dope.
cage. So yeah, I was right next to the Crew
James
Falls
the
sticker.
Cage,
So
Robo,
yeah,
occupational therapies.
my sticker just says like the cage
5
in the
names.
same font that like Freak Athlete. Yeah, there you go, Big Joey. The same font that Freak Athlete uses, and it just says Robo on it. That's my gym name is the cage, certified training facility, obviously.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but
that marks off one of
yes,
our things there. CTF certified
oh
gym.
yes, I need to get more pictures on the thing because I
Are you
heard
one of
Keith
those? You're
dragging on
one
my
of those
ethos.
guys. Do you have
Dude, no,
any
it's
at
just
least?
my
Do you have
old
any?
rack. I do,
All
and I
right.
have a
You have
tour,
the
so I have
you have
my
the ethos rack picture.
I have the
That's
ethos.
funny.
I heard you ragging on it last episode. But
You've
my
put like
picture is
30
still the
grand into your
ethos
gym since
rack.
then. I think you can upgrade your pictures.
Update the picture. I have the tour. I have a link to my
Yeah,
YouTube
yeah.
tour.
Well, it's like
So
I'm
that's
not like
really
I feel
counts.
like Tanner can only harp on it so much, but like they literally one of the things they do every goddamn week is tour the fucking country looking for pictures of gyms, and like half the fucking you can tell because it takes them so fucking long to find one that like I would say at least a third don't have pictures or maybe even more. So like send them your fucking pictures. Like it's just you're
Yeah, I'll get
wasting.
them. I'll
I
get
look
them
at it as like
pictures.
it's almost like you're wasting their time, and that just irks the shit out of me. It's like if you have your gym, if you have a certified training gym and you listen to the podcast, that just shows me you don't listen to the podcast or you don't care about wasting their time. Either way, that's shitty. But that's just my little rant. I'm done.
Yeah, you're ragging on me. The only difference is the rack, man.
No,
Everything
no,
else is
no,
the
not
same.
you. You have a picture. I'm not. No, no. I'm talking about the dozens of other people that don't have any pictures whatsoever of
I'm
their
just gonna
gym.
remove my pictures to piss
That's
Keith off.
fine. Nobody wants to see your gym, Joey.
I know my gym sucks. Cam saw my gym.
Yep.
What's your Hall of Fame status? Do you have one? Do you got that? Have you heard about this? Have you seen this?
Yeah, so I have 6 off, including this. So
Hell
I need
yeah.
to.
Nice.
I'm getting 2
Halfway.
next year. I'm competing at Live
Halfway.
Hard, Live Easy
Nice.
for sure. That's like a priority for me this year.
Try a little strongman.
Yeah, go strongman.
I'm scared. I'm still scared of strongman.
It's okay. You can just do novice for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so injury prone. That stuff's wild to me.
Well, I mean, can't you just fix yourself occupationally?
I don't.
No, I know
No,
it's a,
it's
I know it's a
have you
different
ever
field.
heard the
We've
thing
talked
that's
about
like,
that.
and even a painter's house is not painted, like all that
Yes,
stuff.
no,
I have so
absolutely.
many. I
I don't
need
do
OT more than half of my clients. Like I'm in
I don't do
dire
shit
need
that's
of.
related to anything I've ever done for a living in my house. Yeah, when I did maintenance, my house was
Yeah.
falling apart. It's like I don't give a fuck. It's like that's the last thing I want
So
to do when I come home. That's 100% a true sentiment.
Sentiment.
Yeah,
Sediment is sand.
yeah, which is something you have abundance of and didn't realize.
I'm so mad. I was standing on
It
a
just
mine.
shows that you didn't help your dad put the fucking sand bed in or do any of the prep work for that. Or I'm assuming you guys just subbed it, like you just had a contractor come in and do all
No,
that.
I just have a full-time job.
Yeah,
And he does all of this stuff during the day when I'm at work.
Makes sense. It's hysterical.
I also don't
You
like.
showed us a picture of like 3 barrels of sand.
It's like,
But that means he must have got so like when you initially got your sandbags, that must have been prior to this project, and then you haven't got another one or attempted to build another
yeah,
one.
that's
since
exactly
then.
what it was. And I just,
'Cause I was like, the
in
timelines
passing,
are funny.
just asked, "Oh, do you need any sand? Like, do we need any sand over there?" And he's like, "Why would I need sand? Look at all this." And I was just like, "I'm
Have
so
you heard about
mad
all of the
right
sand?
Have you seen this?
Have you seen the sand? Big James, where do you live? Where are you from?
so right now I live in Warren, New Jersey. It's just a small town in North New Jersey. It's not far from where I was like born and raised, Berkeley Heights. It's just like another small North New Jersey town.
That's
Uh,
what that is.
yeah.
You
So I
do
went to
have a Jersey accent, and I've been trying
No.
to place it since you started talking.
Are you sure it's not
okay.
Texan? I thought it was Texan accent, isn't it?
Yeah, down there they just call
Texas,
it
I
a
don't know about that.
accent.
I went to college in Virginia, so I be saying y'all. So I don't know.
Where'd you go to college at in Virginia?
James
A college.
Madison.
Say it again.
And then I James Madison University, and then I
James.
did I did my master's at Hofstra, so I spent some time in Long Island, New York as well. You know, the country's biggest state, so I'm familiar.
It's not small. Oh, fucking and my buddy Matt Chesney was like somehow like New York's been open for the missing
I
the
saw
missing
that.
Mexico plate, and literally like 2 weeks ago I was like, oh, I wonder if that's still available. I should look that up, and it wasn't. And then I was like, looking for some other options, and then Matt posts today that he's the one that got it because I think in my head I just assumed it was someone in New York City, like it was Jim Riley or one of the other guys on like Long Island or some shit, and I was like, nope, it was my buddy that lives an hour away. He fucking got it, and like recently too, like within like would have had to have been within days of me doing the initial search of
Yep.
like, I wonder if that's still up. So did really get a kick out of that. So good for him.
Well, you know what they say, you snooze, you lose.
Yep, yep, yep. Well, was there anything that you've slept on by being way too late to join the crew, James? Anything you've seen or heard of as
Oh,
far as merch?
yeah, like merch.
Yeah, Massonomics merch, shirts, shorts, flags, banners, anything you can't
Yeah,
buy today that you wish you could?
I don't want to steal Big Brandon's, but the squat shorts are awesome. The breaking parallel shorts that you're trying to get rid of, Keith. I
Yeah.
don't know if you did get rid of those. Those
No,
are
they're
those are
still up.
sweet
You
too.
just gotta send me a new pair of lift shorts and I'll send you those. We'll figure something out.
Those I
They'll be
really
your
like
size
those.
probably. You like to wear your shit
Um,
bigger, so I think the larges might be too small for you.
those you have a large?
I think I'll have to check again. It's either a large or a medium. I don't know. It's whatever I
Check.
posted. I don't remember.
Yeah, those are sweet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the shirts. I don't think I've missed. I want the Lyft banner, like the OG Lyft banner, the white
Mm,
one. But a lot of the shirts, I feel like I was able to get one way or another.
nice.
Um,
And they just,
yeah,
you know, secretly re-released the biggest one everybody talks about. So now, like, that's
yeah.
off the list of what.
Everybody.
Yeah.
So that was the last one I really wanted, just because Anthony actually was nice enough through the sticker exchange. I sent him a sticker, and he was like, "I don't have a sticker, but I'll give you some older Massonomics ones." And that was one of
Oh,
the ones
damn.
he gave me, which was
That's
Oh,
really
dope.
that was really
nice.
cool of
Yeah, I've
him.
got a
He's
couple of
he's
those.
he's a cool dude. I love Anthony.
Yeah,
So that
Matthias is
was
a great
really
guy.
nice. That was nice of him. So ever since I had the sticker, I was like, I really want to get that shirt, and so that was cool. But I feel like you can get at the in-person stuff. That's like one of the benefits of going to that stuff. You
Mhm.
can,
That's true. Yeah, you walked away with a
yeah.
whole bunch of stuff at the Arnold, didn't you?
The Arnold, yeah, I got a lot of stuff at the Arnold, which was cool. And then I was laughing and then also pissed at the same time because I wasn't actually pissed. But right after, do you remember when that guy sent the original email to Tanner about the double XL shirts?
Mhm.
Like that day, I had messaged Tanner about the squat shirt and the double XL, and he didn't have it, and I was just like, "Oh, damn!" And then Tanner said that, and I was laughing in my head because I was like,
No,
he
that's really
obviously
funny.
wasn't talking about me, but I was like, I was
No.
also pissed they're out of double
Well,
XLs
yeah, but
today.
you
Like,
didn't send a scathing email like questioning his ethical values or his business
yeah.
savvy when it was a goddamn meat shirt for a fucking meet that you didn't go to, you
Was
dumb
it
son
the
of a
same
bitch.
guy? Was it
Yep.
the same guy?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that's
It's the
crazy.
same
I'm
guy.
assuming. Yeah, that's crazy. I what was that? 2 episodes ago, he was talking about that, and I was like, is the double XL merchant strikes back?
Oh yeah, and that dude's still trying to buy stuff.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
supports the company that he hates that much. I guess I don't.
Some people are just crazy. Like there are literal. I mean, there's people that just have. Men, I'm convinced he has to be like a mental imbalance or something because no one's that fucking
Yeah, he's
crazy and
probably
then
losing
does
his
what he did
mind.
after the
Yeah.
fact. But we'll get into a later episode possibly.
When he joins the
Which
Discord.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. What is your supporting membership number, James? I'm gonna guess. Are you in the mid fours? Are you in the high fours?
I hold on. I have it. Give me 30 seconds.
30
I'm in the
seconds. Jesus
fours.
Christ. What is this? Saturday?
Dead air.
Last
Dead air.
night.
Oh,
485.
nice.
Upper
Nice.
fours.
Self burn.
484.
Okay. 484. Not
Yeah.
bad, not bad.
And then I signed up on January 4th, 2025.
Well, without looking, did you beat Brandon? What was Brandon's? He posted that fucking big flag today
No,
with
his was
his.
before.
Does he? Okay. I know his was like still four something, I think.
His was August, I think.
Okay. That was pretty cool. It looked
So
for a second I thought he spoiled what the prize was or what the
Oh, the
what the
mail
crew
out.
gift. And I was like,
Yep.
you like I even like typed like a you motherfucker sentence and then I kind of like thought about it for a second. And I was like, nah, he just got that made himself. They can't be like they would have announced it more. Like they've been talking about it for 3 months, but like they're gonna really ramp up the whole like, you better join now if you want to get it, to get all their numbers.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Brandon posted a picture of his flag. So Brandon he just custom ordered a picture of his supporting membership card, like the orange, the gold supporting membership card. And he just got it turned into like a like a 2x3 flag that he's gonna hang up in his gym.
That's pretty sweet.
So,
Yeah. I don't know if you
but
guys know this secret. If you just message Tanner and ask, you might be able to get any flag you want.
maybe not flag, but banner.
Banner,
Flags
yeah,
are
sorry,
I've heard
banner.
that
flags
recently,
you
right?
can't.
That
Yeah, yeah, flags you
you can
can't do
get like
shit
any
with.
shirt print, right? Is that true?
May or
Well,
may not. I'm just
you
gonna
could get
say may or may
onto
not
a
be true.
banner,
Yeah.
but it's gonna not be cheap. It's still gonna be through a third party that they still get their money out.
Yeah.
Obviously Tanner and Tommy have to get paid from it, so you're gonna pay like 60, $70 for a banner, and they're gonna make their $20 on it or whatever. But you get whatever banner you want theoretically. It's
Y-
just all gonna
Yeah.
be through DMs and whatnot. Quite a few people, and you can if you look at people's walls on Instagram, you can tell that like, oh, that hasn't ever been sold once, and how did you get that custom this or the custom that? So they even referenced it on last week's episode when they were doing the gym tour because the guy had a black background with a white, like basically the Basement Brandon Massonomics logoed banner. I have one. There's that one kid that doesn't follow our podcast has a whole bunch of he's in the crew. I can't think of his name, but he has a whole bunch of those
So
custom. He has the lift one, and he has another one that's just like, yeah, you're right, just the old T-shirts. But that is something that you can't always reach out to. I was debating on doing making a supporting membership banner and then putting the flag out in the garage or something because I have like the perfect spot that I want another banner in the basement, but like I'd get it custom sized or something. But it's like, I don't know. I don't want to like, I don't know. I don't want to. I really don't want to pay for two banners or for two supporting memberships. But I almost feel like if I have two physical flags or a banner and a flag, that I'd have to like double dip and get the second one labeled. I don't fucking know, but we'll see. Sorry, kind of went on a ramble there. Big James, I do appreciate you guys getting all your information to us. Nate's new website has been great. I've just been sending out the link, and then I check it a couple weeks later, and if as long as I have some submissions, I'm good to go. You and Brandon both had I think 7 or 8 people submitted your to the Cruel questionnaire within the first week. A lot of other people have kind of been on that same page, so I just was curious of when you sent that link to your friends and family. How do you say? Hey, go fill this out for me, or these are my buddies from this world. Like, how does that go?
yeah. I just relate. So everyone, no one really knows what the hell I do in like my
Mm-hmm.
real life. Like everyone just knows I lift and am a home gym nerd, for lack of better terms. But like they know I went to the Arnold and stuff like that, and they know that I met up with people at the Arnold. So I kind of just sent out the link, and I was like, "Hey, these are the friends that like when I go on trips that I hang out with." And then I always prefaced it because like not everyone, people. One of the questions is like, "What are you proud of?" And then one's like, "What's a funny lifting thing or something?" So I always preface it with like, you might not know anything about my lifting, so you can answer as much as you want or as little as you want. Like,
Hmm.
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
might not know, yeah, like me, but you might not know like what powerlifting is or
Yep.
what Massonomics is, and like that's okay. So I kind of just gave like a caveat to that, like, hey, these are the people that I just went to see at Home Gym Con and at the Arnold and that type of stuff.
That's smart. That's cool. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. Because a lot of times people will like, you can tell they're like trying to like force an answer or something, or I don't know. But yeah, I do appreciate when the crew send it out to a variety. Like, don't just send it to the 4 guys you work out with, because like that's not going to get me any good show notes. Like, it's not going to get me any variety. We won't be able to like make fun of your childhood trauma or anything like that. With we got to get those deep details to kind of
Yeah.
pull those threads from you. So it's good stuff. Appreciate that.
It's tough for me too because like that's one of the reasons why I love crew so much too because like you guys are my people that lift like how I lift, like I have friends and only one of them really works out. Like I don't have anyone I could talk gym equipment to. Like if I watched the Gluck video of the Prime Smart Arm and literally like one of my friends like walked by me and thought I was watching like something from another world. And I was like, no, this is a rack attachment, man. And then I get like so excited talking to them about it, and they're like, oh, I could see that you love that, but I don't know what the hell that is. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to talk to you about this stuff, and that's fine, So
In their
I
mind,
kind
they're
of
just
bothered
calling you
Brooke
a home
enough
gym
about it.
nerd. They don't even know that that's a
Exactly,
term, and they're just
exactly.
using it in their head.
So
This
I've
fucking
been
nerd.
I've came to the point where I'm okay separating it. Like I try not, annoy my girlfriend enough with this stuff, and I'll just leave it at that. I'll do Discord and Brooke. So
Yeah, that's good stuff. Um, and I even feel like I'm not nerd enough for Gluck's Discord sometimes because they're in there and they're just going like way into the weeds about some stuff, and I'm like, man, I don't know shit about any of these attachments. It's like just give me a barbell and like I'll talk all day about barbells and plates and stuff, but like you're over my head on a lot of this stuff now. But no, it's still better than the fucking home gym Discord. That one's just the worst. I can't even. There's like nothing of value in there anymore. I just avoid it at all cost. But yeah, I'm in Gluck's Discord and Mastonomics and you and a few others. The
I
home
get
gym con one's pretty good. That's at least.
basement Brandon's, man.
Yeah, I still haven't got
That's
in on that. I still feel like awkward since I don't
that's
compete under his banner. I'll have to get an invite to that one
but
someday
Big
though.
Hogan's in that too. I mean, talk to him if you want to get in it. That one I feel like is the most on topic. It's like lifting, barbells, nutrition. That's it.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
and
it's
I
definitely up my
appreciate
alley.
that, you know. Yeah.
It is up my alley. I'll probably have to do another USAPL meet this coming year, but it's still going to be under it's still going to be under NWC. But you said most people don't even like register under Bracement Brandon, and they still are in the
Yeah, I
Discord,
mean
right?
like Jose is not no longer USAPL. And honestly, it's like not it's me, Bremy, Brandon, Jose, and Hogan that are like the most active. Harry as well. I don't know if
Yep,
Harry is
yep.
crew,
Like
but
yeah, because he I owe him a sticker. He DM'd
I,
me a couple of different
I
and
places.
just sent
yeah,
him
like
stickers.
Marcus is on it from
Oh,
922
nice.
Designs. There's other people, but those are the ones like we're the ones that are talking every day almost.
Yeah, I'll have to get in there.
It's a nice community. I would
Yeah.
I
Brandon, if
hope
you're
yeah,
listening, send
I
me a
would
link, buddy.
encourage. Yeah.
All right. I think we can time for one of our first games here. Big Robo, Big James, big Mr. The Cage. Got a game here called Least Fun, Most Fun. So anyone not familiar, first time listening, this isn't a either or. It's not multiple choice. I'm going to give you one topic, and you're going to kind of use your druthers and explain to me your least fun thing about it and the most fun. So worst, best, but I like the sound of least fun, most fun. Just rolls off the tongue a little better. So Big James, least fun, most fun, home gym con.
Ooh, least fun. You know where I'm going with this. Dulles
What? Did you have
Dulles
some issues?
International Airport in I guess that'd technically be Virginia. Least
Yeah.
fun to travel. Getting there, I think it's been well recorded on the recap episode that you guys did. I wasn't able to go on it because I was on vacation, but me and Keith had pretty much the worst travel you can get. And then on the way there, I was like, wow, it literally can't get any worse than this. And then it got worse on the way back,
You
and the
never say that.
same
We both got screwed, but
exact
because
thing happened.
because you caught the earlier flight and did get into
Yeah,
DC, I think, because you had like a
correct.
6 a.m. flight
So,
and I was supposed to go at like 10, and you made it to DC, but then you were still like delayed
mhm.
there. Yeah.
So in a 48-hour span, I got 12 hours worth of delays in
Oh,
Dulles Airport, which is like, dude, for being as big of an airport it is, like you can go pretty much anywhere in the world direct from Dulles, and they have nothing to kill time. Like they haven't renovated anything since 1985. The place sucks. So that is by far the least fun part.
Agreed.
The most fun, I'm I'm a kind of like a little weird, like personality wise. I think we all are in some ways. Um, I'm I'm very extroverted. Like I have a good time. I think Keith can vouch for this, but I'm like also in my head very introverted. So like the thought about doing that stuff gives me a lot of anxiety, and I like don't necessarily look forward to it until I'm there. I get like
hmm
stressed about it.
hmm
Um yeah, so I feel like that's relatable. So being there and just like having a blast with everyone and it all of my worries and anxieties like being just bullshit was the most fun part.
Nice.
Because I knew I was gonna have a good time, but just like I went by myself, and that's a weird thing in its own. Just like traveling to Kentucky to go to a home gym convention by yourself. That was my first time at the convention, um, and I just had a great time. So that was the most fun part. Just hanging out with Keith, hanging out with Brandon, hanging out with Hogan, watching him compete, and really everyone that's there. I'm not gonna list anymore because I don't want to exclude anybody, but it was just a
He
great
listed the
time. Like going,
the most important three, I think. I mean, if you heard your
you're right,
name, you
yeah.
know where you stand with Big James.
Oh, jeez.
And like going to Smash Burger with everybody.
I still can't tell
I
if it
had a
was Smash
great
Burger or the
time.
other one. Still can't remember.
Yeah, I
Was
don't
it
know.
Smash
It
Burger?
doesn't matter. We got burgers
No,
at
I
both
know.
places. But like going
They
to
were
the
good.
Arnold, I had a blast, but I like Brooke was there, so I had like the crutch of like knowing someone personally.
Mm.
Um, and you always have that to fall back on. And so it was home gym con. I did not have that. And for it to go as well as it did, and just for me to have a blast and to like get tickets already the first day I could for
That's
next
awesome.
year, is pretty much all you need to know. So that was the most fun part was hanging out with everybody. Best
Nice.
most fun, is that your wording? Best
Yeah,
fun?
yeah, yeah.
Best part?
Yeah.
Most fun. Least
Most
fun,
fun.
most fun.
Most
So,
fun.
yep.
All right, yeah, that was the most fun.
So,
That
yep.
that's a phenomenon called honestly, you nailed it. It's extroverted introvert. And I have that. The only problem is it's exhausting, right?
Yeah.
And I always say when somebody's like, "Well, how would you describe that?" I will talk to you for an hour and you won't know a thing about me because I don't let you in, but like I can still talk forever and be happy and excited, and then like a switch goes off and I'm like, I'm done. I gotta go. All right.
Yeah.
I think you guys saw it at Crew Falls, like 10
Yeah.
p.m. hit, and I was just like, I'm done.
It was like
I'm
7:30, but yes.
yeah, whatever it was. I'm done masking.
But
I'm
yes, no,
exhausted. I can't do
you were
this
peopled out.
anymore. Yeah. And yeah, it's the same thing. I have the same thing. That's why I'm good in customer service because you just keep everything on that kind of top level of like conversation. And then the moment somebody's like, "Oh yeah, well, what about something deeper political?" and I immediately just go, "That's not appropriate for the
Ugh.
workplace." Like I just shut it down.
I never want to have that conversation with any
Yeah,
human in any capacity of life. It's like fucking keep that to
yeah,
yourself.
and that's it. That's so I relate to you on that one. Let's go to hype person. You know this game? You heard about this? You seen this?
Yes.
Yes. So you're about to go for your biggest lift, whatever squat, bench, deadlift, or when you do strongman, lift hard, live easy.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna put that in your brain. And you got one person, a living, past, present, dead, whatever, that's gonna hype you up to hit that lift. Who is that person?
It's my dad. Thankfully still living. So that's my person. I've done two powerlifting meets. He's not my coach. I pay for a coach that does like programming and that stuff. But for both of my powerlifting meets, my dad has been my handler. He's been the one in the warm up room with me.
He lifts too, right?
He lifts. He doesn't power lift.
Mm-hmm.
He just lifts. And I respect it. He's in his 60s and he still goes 5 days a week and bench presses and does everything. So he's the one who got me into it. And this sounds like corny, but like I still to this day I'm a grown man and like when I hit a PR I like send it to my dad because like I want him to be proud of
That's
me. Like
awesome.
I'm like I'm proud of that. That's something that my parents are also divorced too, not to get personal or anything, but I didn't see my dad as much as my mom growing up. I still saw my dad. He was very much involved in my life. Like I'm blessed to have two amazing parents, but that was something that I really connected with my dad about. Like it was lifting and the Dallas Cowboys and the
Mm-hmm.
Yankees, like that was our talking points. Like I would call my dad every single day and we would talk about sports and lifting and he would ask me what I'm hitting in the gym and that type of stuff. So it's I have a really great relationship with my dad and lifting has been like a really special part of that. So
That's awesome.
um that thought of like hitting a PR, my dad is there, like as much as I'm gonna hit it because I want to hit that PR, like I want my dad to see that. So like just looking at him will hype me.
Hell yeah! What a good answer.
It is.
Yeah, thanks.
Has
This,
your dad been to your meets?
he just said that.
Yeah, he's been my
Okay.
handler. Yeah,
That's right.
so
I
he's
heard that.
yeah, and he's funny.
I did
Like
zone out for a second. I had some Discord
he
action
he
going
get
on.
he doesn't.
That's
He
awesome.
got
I'm the
into
worst
powerlifting
podcast host
because
ever.
I powerlifted.
Oh,
So
dope.
like it was funny. The first meet, we're in the warm up room, and it's natural. Like I didn't know how get warming up for squats would be. Like I didn't know if everyone was going to be nice and let me, use the rack and that type of stuff. But just like those normal anxieties, and I would talk that to my dad, and he was like, "Don't worry, Jim. Like I'll get you a rack. Like don't worry about it." And then he saw like the first time I put a 25 kg plate on, I lifted it, and then the guy warming up next to me, his handler put it on. So then after that, my dad was like, you don't touch the weights. Like the handler always does it.
That is
So
a good
my dad
handler.
was
That's what
loading
they're
the
supposed to
weights
do.
and stuff. So
That's
it was
perfect.
really funny. Like it was awesome just to like watch, just do it with him. You know, we were learning together my first meet, and then the
Mhm.
second time we like knew how it went. So it's been really cool to do that with him.
That's an incredible answer, and I hope the game evolves and we continue to pull really good answers like
That is
that
a
out
good
of
one.
people. Side note, I mentioned your accent earlier. You really went full Christopher Walken during some of that. Has anybody ever told you that?
No, no.
Okay,
I
so
don't
now,
know who that is. I'm so bad with
You don't
actors
know.
and
yeah, so now that
what's
I've
what's
said
he
He is
it,
in? What's he
young.
in?
He's a young
now
kid,
that
so
I've
that's
said it, somebody's gonna go back and rewind and try and listen to it. And yeah, you kind of went like, I don't know. And like it was pretty good. Thank you for that honest and meaningful answer. That was amazing.
Is your dad
Uh,
the only one that calls you Jim?
Yeah, he is. He's
That's
the only
cool.
one who calls me Jim.
That's got
Yeah.
to mean something to you then too. I like that. I really that stood out during your story. So I was like, I wonder if anyone else in his family calls him Jim because he doesn't refer to himself as Jim. Period. So that's it's interesting. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys have a great relationship. So that's pretty cool.
I think we covered nicknames.
Yeah, I mean, you can hit on occupation a little bit. I mean, you kind of said what you did, but you just want to, as little or as much as you want to talk about, just, do your 9 to 5, and then you kind of do it on the side as well, and you have that other spot if you
Yeah,
want to share
so
any of that.
uh I'm an occupational therapist. There's a lot you could do with that, but I work in pediatrics. So mainly I work with kids on the autism spectrum. I've kind of done that my whole life. Like even before I was practicing as an OT, I was involved in like summer camps and stuff that surround itself with kids with special needs. That's always been kind of like a passion of mine, but through my family. My mom did that. My sister is a speech language pathologist. My aunt was a special needs teacher her entire life. So I kind of grew up around people helping those in need, and it was just something that I've always felt really strongly about, and it's something that I'm really proud that I get to do. And it's cool too. That's where I met my girlfriend, and I met her in grad school. She's an occupational therapist too, and she
Oh, okay.
works with geriatrics, which like the complete. So we're the
Yeah,
same
you were
profession, but we
on
could
the complete
not
opposite
do.
spectrum side.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could
that is
not do
hysterical.
like more different things every day, which is
That's
funny.
wild.
Um, so that's kind of it. Yeah, not kind of it. I don't want to downplay it, but that's what I do. Yeah.
Yeah, and then one thing that stuck out to me, you were telling me, where do you get all your side funds for your gym upgrades?
Yeah, so I do I work for a school district. I'm actually in between. I'm leaving districts right now. Hopefully no one is listening to this from my district 'cause I haven't gave notice yet. I'm waiting to sign my contract, but I'm switching jobs like right now. So once I sign my contract, I'll put my notice in. But yeah, I work for a school district. That's like my security, like benefits, salary job. And then I also have a private practice on the side. I opened up an LLC where I see similar, young kids, just side business. And that's kind of where Keith's alluding to this because I have put a lot of money into the gym recently, and I kind of like made a personal thing that I wanted to spend a lot of money on my business first. So I got like a bunch of equipment, everything I needed to like get that going and see kids there. So then now I have like a revenue stream from that, and I try to put all of that stuff into the gym. I'm not as good as Keith. Like Keith's really good at doing overtime and flipping products. Like I definitely spend my salary money too.
Hmm.
But I was good
Not on,
about being
hopefully
like,
not on the ethos rack, you didn't.
yeah, no, but I was good about like drawing the line, and I was like, okay, like I'm not buying anything until I buy all of the shit that's gonna make me money first.
Smart.
And now once I'm done buying that stuff, I can have fun with my money.
hmm
Um,
Now
so
the
so that's kind of like how I built
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Now the trick is setting aside 5 grand a year to fucking travel to go see your friends. Like that's the hard part. Like
Yeah.
I haven't added anything of substance to my gym. Like I mean all the strongman shit, but that was like nickel and dime stuff. Like I haven't invested thousands of dollars in the gym in several years because I've been investing thousands of dollars into the crew for 3 years now. So
I need my friends to stop getting married too. Like that's the problem.
Oh, you got to
And
do what I did. No more weddings. I'm done. Don't invite
not
me.
go,
I'm not
dude.
coming. Send me the invite
And
so I
they're
have somewhere to
all
send the card. That's it every time.
They're all so far too. Like, 'cause a lot of my friends are like in Virginia, and
There,
so it's a hotel for the whole
yep.
weekend. It's
There's no scenario in which going to a wedding is cheap. And
it's
it
not.
wasn't
Yeah,
even about the cheapness at some point. I was like, I was counting down. I think I've said this on this podcast before. I've been in, not two, let's include in, over 12 weddings in my life. Everywhere from, actually, I've done every role from ring bearer to groom. I don't want to do this anymore. Like the last one was Big Steve, fellow crew member. And he reached out and he was like, hey, you were in my first wedding. I would really love it if you were in my second. And I was like, I have questions. Are you doing a stag and doe? Do I have to buy or rent a tuxedo? Like, I had so many questions because I was just like, and then when you look at of those 12, I think only 3 of them are still together.
Oof, yeah, that
yeah, that's
And I'm like, well, what
frustrating,
did I
but
do all that for? That was hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands of dollars of my time, money. And I'm just like, don't invite me. I'm not coming. I will send you a gift. It will be money. That's what you will get. Stop.
Yeah,
Send me the invite so I know where to send the card. That's all I say now. I went to my
that's been rough.
yeah.
Like,
It's
I
hard.
haven't competed. My last competition was in November, and my next one will be in October, and that's what's that, 11 months.
Yep.
The reason I did not compete in between is because I did not have like 8 straight weeks for a good prep without a wedding or a
Yep.
bachelor party or something. I was like, this is I was actually just complaining, not complaining, but I was talking to Basement Brandon about it, just like, long-term goals in powerlifting. And like, I don't know if I'll ever get there, but I would love, like, it'd be so cool to compete at a USAPL Nationals. Like, and so his rebuttal to that was like, dude, you can't really even say that because you just need to compete more. I was like, I just need to have a steady prep, like more than once a year. These bachelor parties and weddings are killing me. Like, it's insane.
Yep.
And I mean, it's fun. It's a great time every time, and I'm happy for my friends. And one
Of
day I'll be there too, and I hope that everyone comes. But
of course.
it is annoying. It is
I
annoying for
you
sure.
heard
when
that, crew. We are all invited to his wedding. There's going to be 700 of us there, plus his friends and family outside
when
of
It's
us.
gonna be a blast.
I don't want Big Steve, if you're listening, like, know that I loved to be there and I was thrilled to do it. So I don't, but like when I got married, I did a secret ceremony around the fire in my backyard. And the only people that were there were my parents and her parents. Like I was just, I didn't tell anybody. We actually didn't announce it for like a year. That we actually told people, oh, by the way, we're legally married. Do not send me gifts. Do not throw a party. Leave me alone. Yeah. So, because I know what it comes down to. So I agree. I'm
Yeah.
with you on that one. Sorry, my wife's naked again. So
Yeah, you. Yeah.
she ran by in the with the cave. She ran by with a towel around, and she texted me. She's like, "Camera," and I'm like, "All right, I'll take the show." She's good now. Oh wait, no, she's not. Yeah, buddy.
Hi, Morgan. There we go.
Keith says hi, Morgan. My wife's hot. I get distracted easily by my hot wife.
Indeed, as it should be. If you didn't feel that way about your partner, there'd be something wrong with that relationship.
Yep. 11 years later, 10 years, whatever she says it is. She keeps track of that stuff.
I think Stephanie told someone because we were gonna do just bickering a little. I wouldn't even say bickering. We were just she was picking out glasses, and I went up with her, and we had some banter going back and forth, and she kind of had to tell the guys like, "Hey, we've been married for 17 years or whatever the fuck, or together for 17 years." So I was like, "God damn, we are old. I still love you."
Here's a funny story. I was at Costco one day, complete sidebar, and this lady had taken off her original glasses to try on a pair, and she
And left
put her
hers there.
original glasses on the rack and lost them.
Oh, that's annoying.
That
That would
was
really suck.
It was the funniest thing I think I've ever heard. I felt bad laughing because
It's
I
like
did. I
hundreds of
laughed right.
dollars.
Yeah, I laughed right at her. I was like, "That's actually really funny, and I'm sorry for your loss." So I don't know which ones they were. So you probably never will at this rate.
Should be the only ones without a tag on them, but yeah, that stinks. That really sucks.
All right.
So what is as far as powerlifting, what's some achievable goals you want to hit in the next few years, like number wise?
My next two big, I should get a 600 deadlift on my next meet. Hopefully, I'll get it in prep
Nice.
before then, so I know it's there on meet
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
If not, it'll be there on meet day.
It'll definitely be there on
Uh,
meet day for sure. Yeah.
I don't think I'll get a 500 squat before then, but I'm hoping to get that like before the end of 2025. So I'll have like a month and a half more to do that. I just hit 2 blocks ago. Before I just went away, which kills training. But 2 blocks ago, I hit like 465 at the end of the block with
Hmm.
some room in the tank. So I feel like if I like peaked and prepped, I'm probably like maybe 480. So I think it's maybe realistic. My bench has not gone up in like a year. So
Bench don't do that. Bench don't go up.
yeah, bench be benching right now.
Yeah.
So if I get a 2.5 kilogram PR in October, I'd be stoked. That's cool.
Nice.
Which is like I hit 157.5, which is like 340 in the gym.
Oh,
I've
damn.
never hit it on the platform though, so I want to hit that on the platform. That'd be cool.
It's a big bench. It's good numbers. I dig it. We'll keep
Yeah,
an eye.
it's if you. I also hit that in 2021, so
Well,
it's
yeah,
like
my fucking
it is. It's fine.
my
I'm
my
not.
bench has
I'm
been
not.
within like a 10-pound range for the last fucking 6 years, and it's probably less than it ever has been.
You
So it's like
yeah, you do
bench.
strongman,
Well, even
which
before
is
that,
different.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
strongman increases your bench. I mean, there was
Well, like
I was doing some bench because they still do comp bench in Juggernaut during strongman, and I wasn't even looking at the numbers. I was just like, whatever, Juggernaut, whatever, Juggy Daddy, tell me what to do. And did 3 reps. They were touch and go. They weren't comp standards, but it's strongman. Who cares? And then I realized that they were my opener at my last meet. And I was like, damn, like strongman increases your bench. Overhead press is the secret, is what everybody tells me. More overhead press, increase bench.
did you see? I put that in Discord like 2 months ago.
Mm.
I'm a big fan of this debate because I agree with you. I need to preface this conversation with I agree with you. In my entire life, I've been told that a bigger military press, like strict overhead press, will translate to bench. And I've brought this up to my coach multiple times, and I have zero overhead in my programming, like
Yep.
zero, never have. And I have brought this up. I'm like, dude, I complain. Can I curse on this
Yes,
podcast?
Keith
yes.
I'm
Definitely
like,
swore
right.
4 times in one sentence. I was counting.
I'm
So
like,
funny.
dude, I bitch all the time that my bench is not going up. Like, what the hell? Why do you give me no overhead? Why do you give me no triceps? Like, I'm failing at the lockout. I'm not failing at my chest. Like,
Mhm.
I know bro science. Like, this is what I need. And he swears, he's like, no, dude, just back. Like lat and chest supported rows, and
No.
refuses to give me overhead press. And he says, again, I preface it. I disagree with him, and I've yelled at him for this. He's like, overhead press. I'm sorry, bench press translates to overhead press. Overhead press will not translate to bench. And I do have a tendency to like blow out my lumbar every 6 months. He's like, it is not worth it at all for you to do any overhead at all. And I'm like, okay, that might be true, but why do you not let me do like at least 3 sets of heavy tricep push down a week? Like, why are you just spamming chest supported row? But
So I
I'm,
actually discovered chest supported row. I'm not an expert at all, right?
yeah,
Juggernaut dictates what I do. That's what I love about Juggernaut because if I have to think about it, I won't do it. You know, somebody was like, just do your own programming. You've been doing this for 5 years. And I'm like, no, I won't. I literally won't. I will just not go to the gym if I have to do the math myself. So that's what I love about Juggernaut, code Mass 10 or whatever. And I found chest supported rows and I love them because they're crushing my lats and crushing my shoulders. But there's no reason, even with your lumbar being weak, I guess, whatever it is you want to call it, you couldn't be doing like supported overhead press or pin press or whatever they call it, right? Like just off the rack where you don't
yeah.
have to lift up to your shoulders. You just start it a little higher to get under it and just go up.
Even
And
seated dumbbell. like
Yep.
you know, on an adjustable. Your back is whatever.
Yeah. So I would say it's time for new coach.
Yeah, I like him though, and his rebuttal is, "I've gotten your squat up a lot," and I'm like, "True." And he'll
Yeah,
be
I
like,
mean, yeah.
Do you pay me to overhead press?" And I'm like, "Okay, all right, stop like making sense."
But could
But
you also just overhead press?
see, like I can, but that's a me thing because
He won't do it
I'll
unless
get
his coach
so in
tells him
my
to do
head,
it.
right? Because then like if I do start overhead pressing and I don't tell him, right, and I just want to do it, and then my bench doesn't go up, I feel like I can't complain about that. Does that make sense?
Because did you
Because
sabotage
then
yourself based
if
off it? Yeah.
Yes.
exactly, like if I was fully upfront about it,
And I
he
know
might
what,
be
and
like, "Well, your bench isn't going up because your anterior delts are so fatigued because you're fucking shoulder pressing after your pause benches." You know what I mean? So that's how I
Yes.
think about it, and it might not be
But
when
true,
you
but
hired a
yeah.
powerlifting coach, not a general strength coach, too. So, I
Yeah.
mean, you're
I
exactly.
paying
would
him
And
a
my
high
argument
premium.
my argument any day of the week would be, did I lose anything? Like, did my bench go down? And I think anecdotally, most people would tell you it's not going to. The worst case scenario is it goes up or it stays the same, unless you hurt yourself, which also don't do. But overhead press, I think Tanner would agree. I agree. I think
and
Keith
I agree.
probably
That's what I said.
agree.
Like
Yeah.
that's how I started this convo. Like it makes so much sense to me. And then also, like you said, anecdotally, like in my past, when before I was powerlifting, when I was just like lifting to look good and be strong, it was definitely correlated. Like once I started at one point I was shoulder pressing like 90 pounds dumbbells, and I was bro benching, but I was bro benching the same that I am now.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even trying, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't focusing on it. So whatever. But I, I do pay the guy, so
Just
I
do,
just kind of sit
I mean,
back and
do you
do what
do
he says.
incline work? Do you do a lot of, yeah, you do,
I do like no chest accessories. I
okay.
flat bench 3 times a week. And like the most I'm doing is a tempo bench press or like a close grip bench press where I'm in just like one
Yeah, you're
finger.
definitely on a
And
peaking
I'm
powerlifting
doing
program.
a lot of back. And like I really don't have a quote unquote like traditional off season where it's hypertrophy. Like I'm
Mhm.
doing my main lifts pretty much all the time.
I'm that way now too, and I do a lot of
Yeah.
back. I went to physiotherapy, and I think I don't know if you saw that they were doing the electrotherapy on my tricep. It did help, and then I was like, "Oh, I've also got this pain in my neck." And he kind of looks over and he starts poking at me, and he goes, "You do too many shrugs." Didn't even know. I didn't even say it. He was like, "You do too many shrugs," and I was like, "Damn it, that's my favorite exercise."
I don't think I've done a shrug in years.
Oh, it's so good. I love that lat.
Me either, but they're a good shrug, man. A trap pump.
Oh
That's the
yeah, I
best.
love that trap pump because that's
I'm
like,
with you. I'm with you.
yeah. All right. You used to play rugby. How big are you?
How big am I? I'm
He's not
six.
rugby big.
I'm not rugby big. I was good at rugby though, not to pat myself on the back. I'm like 6 foot 206 pounds right now. Played outside center in rugby, if you're familiar with
Bigger
rugby
than
at all.
me. Bigger than me.
I was a big high schooler. That's the best way to put it. Like I'm a size 13 foot, and I was size 13 at age 11. Like my foot has not grown since I was 11 years old. So you know that like corny ass joke, act your age, not your shoe size.
Mm.
They used to say that to me, and my shoe size was older than my age.
I've never heard that saying, but that's really funny.
You've never heard that?
Yeah,
Never once. That's
Isn't that
yeah,
a
you never heard that?
song?
hmm, that's good stuff.
And I was that like snarky ass kid who would say that. Like if an adult ever said that to me, like act your age, not your shoe size, I'd be like, I'm 11, my shoe size is 13. You're dumb. I'm like, what?
But that's what they're telling you is Act 13.
That had to be good for
No,
your
they're saying to act
Act
11, not
11,
because
not
most
13.
people
Oh,
are
yeah,
like
okay.
age 11, size 6. So like act like an
yeah.
11-year-old, not a 6-year-old. And I'm like, hey, jerk off. That doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
But
I'm an 11-year-old. I know more than you.
yeah, exactly. I was a little piece of shit.
Weren't we all?
But yeah, rugby. Let me preface this as well. I want to hype up rugby a little more than I
Yeah,
just did
no,
because
let's do it. There's been not been enough rugby talk on this on
I
this.
played a lot of sports in my life, pretty much every single sport you can play. And you might not be able to relate to this. No shade to Canada, but like, did you play Kill the Carrier growing up?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Like that is the best game ever growing up, and that is literally what rugby is.
Yeah.
Rugby is kill the carrier in an organized fashion. Um, I hated sports because I hated practice. Like I loved games, every single sport I played, but like football practice was the worst thing in the world. Like
Yeah.
going to watch film and then hitting a sled and then doing like an Oklahoma, like oh, sure, the Oklahoma was sick, but that was 5 minutes of the whole practice. Rugby practice was literally just kill the carrier and then touch rugby. I went to my first rugby practice and I was like, I am going to stick in this sport.
Mm.
Like, I'm very ADHD. I need to move around constantly. Like, it was great. It was perfect for me. The only problem was that I played football first. And you cannot do that because in football, I'm sure Keith can relate to this. All they tell you to do is put your head first, like stop the runner or block with your head first and
Yeah.
put your helmet to stop the person.
Don't do
You
that in
go to do
rugby.
that in rugby. Yeah, I learned that the hard way. I played for 3.5 years and got
Four
four
concussions.
concussions. Like,
I got
yeah,
it.
Jesus, dude.
dude, you put head first in rugby, you just get a knee to the fucking head. Like,
Yeah.
I almost fractured my orbital when I was like 16 years old. Like, rugby beat the shit out of me, but it was a great game, a gentleman's game. I love rugby.
All this talk about CTFs, we don't talk about CTE enough.
Yeah, we don't. Not enough love for CC.
Yeah, no,
Oh yeah, like I would never have I remember like I said, I've had a great support system. Like my parents went to everything. My grandfather went to everything growing up. And he went to one of my rugby games and it was one of the games I got knocked out, like completely unconscious. And like the next day or whatever, I remember talking to my grandfather on the phone and he was like, I went to everything, but I will never go to another rugby game. Like I'm
yeah.
not watching you do that. And I'm like, hey, fair game. Like you did your part.
We've
Thanks, Poppy, you
had a
know.
lot of athletes, a lot of base players, and I don't think we've ever had anybody really go that in depth on rugby. And yeah, rugby's brutal. Like
Yeah.
a scrimmage in the middle or a scrum. I'm mixing up those two words.
Scrum,
Scrum.
scrum.
Thank
Scrum
you. Yeah.
sounds right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scrimmage is something else completely. And it's just like it's just people beating each other up trying to get a hold of that ball for the first 30 seconds of the game. And yeah, there's a lot of injuries in that. So big to you.
Did you nearly avoid an injury the first time? Well, I guess you did avoid an injury. Nearly avoiding sounds like you would get injured. So however you want to phrase that. Tell me about the first time you used a combo rack in a
Oh
public
my!
gym.
The first time I ever used the combo rack, it was funny. I was at this place, Adelante Barbell Club in New Jersey. It's pretty Jersey famous, I would say. I don't think it's world famous by any means, but the owner is there. He's a really nice guy. He runs a lot of like local meets or whatever. But I had not been competing at all at this point, so whatever. I knew I wanted to compete. I hadn't at any point. I never used a combo rack, but I was like, I want to at least see what this piece of equipment is.
This was
Long
prior to
story short,
watching the mass. This was prior to watching the Massonomics
yes,
videos
yeah,
69 times.
this is probably like over a year and a half ago.
Oh, so still relatively soon.
So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, recent.
relatively. So whatever. I walk in and I'm just seeing them, and it's set up for squats, so I just start squatting or whatever, and then I'm like, all right, I want a bench, and I didn't know how to change it or do anything or whatever. So I went up to the guy, the owner. I didn't know he was the owner actually at the time. I learned all this after the fact, which kind of
Yeah.
makes it more funny because this guy certainly would have been liable for what's about to happen. Um, so I go up to this guy. I'm like, I don't know how to use this. Can you just show me how to do it? And he's like, yeah, whatever. So he just, uses the lever arms. He switches it from squat to bench like super fast, not a big deal. And then the pop pin, like that keeps the upright in the correct position, is like it's being so janky and like it's being weird as the guy is setting it up. Like I don't even know how to describe it. It's just
It's
being like
probably like
super
it's
weird.
basically the hole's more blown out than the pin is girthy.
Right. So
So it wants to fall out.
I
It's
say something to the guy. I'm like, dude, this is really weird. Like I don't know how to use this thing, but this does not seem right. And he's just like, oh no, no, it's fine. Trust me. Like takes it out, puts it the other way, and then like props something on it. So whatever. Whatever. Long story short, I just go up to like a 300-pound bench and then bench, go to rack it, and I fucking pop the pin out. So the side like completely falls
all the way
on me.
down. It sucks.
Yeah, and it's like 90% of my max. So I'm like, and I'm not on a powerlifting program, so this is not RP. So everything is an RP 10 when you're just lifting. You know what I mean? Like I'm not racking 315 until I'm failing 315. So I'm like I go to rack because I'm failing, and then the thing like falls on me, and I'm sitting on the fucking rack. The entire gym is like very serious power lifters. And what makes this even worse too is because it's a fully kitted out gym, whatever, and I'm using like the a Waco IPF bar with pound plates, and like it's just
What's this asshole
it's like
doing?
yeah, every power lifter in there
Now
is
we know
just
why
like
you have a
yeah,
home gym. No public gyms will have you.
literally. And bro, dude, my cousin is fucking spotting me, and I'm like, Dingus, can you grab the fucking weight? Like, can you help me out? I felt like such an idiot. The guy comes running over. The guy comes running over.
It
I'm
worked
like,
until you broke it. What did you
yeah,
do?
I'm like, bro, you set this up. You set me up for failure. And then like fast forward about 2 or 3 months when I actually like, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna compete. I sign up for a meet, actually start learning what I'm doing. I find out that that guy owns the gym. And I'm like, the owner set me up like that. It was so obvious. I didn't know what I was doing. He let me fucking do that. Like, I could have died in his gym. That was actually so funny, but one of those
Well,
things that I actually was so embarrassed and was actually scared, like when it
that's
did
impressive that
happen.
you were able to rebound from that. And that sounds like it was literally 18 months ago, and you've already like been balls deep into powerlifting pretty much sounds like from the moment after that kind of
Yeah,
point on. So that's still pretty impressive that it didn't scare you off.
yeah, that
So
was fucking
kudos to you.
annoying. More than anything, very annoying and embarrassing.
Is it more embarrassing than getting heckled at a 2014 NFC divisional playoff game? The
who,
Des Bryant
who
catch game?
who
I
put
don't I don't know.
that?
Without it's too much. I can remind me. I can send you all the data after the fact, but it's not like it doesn't break it down by who submitted what. It's just all bullets.
Yeah, I did go to that. That was pretty much as bad of a travel as the
Home gym con.
going to home gym con, because I had it's pretty relatable to going to Aberdeen, I would imagine. Going to Green Bay, Wisconsin,
Mm.
from New Jersey. Like I had to fly into Chicago and then take like a bus and then like an island hopper.
Jesus.
And then just to be the little naive, like, 16-year-old kid thinking the Cowboys are finally gonna win the Super Bowl. And they don't. And dragging my mom, by the way, my
Hmm.
saint of a mother who did all of this travel with me, who did not give a damn about the Dallas Cowboys, but took the same flight, same bus, and same island hopper. God bless my mom. Really is a saint. And took her little boy to watch Des Bryant catch it, and then not to call it a catch. And yeah, I sat there and cried like a little baby that I am. Um, a spoiled little baby, because at the end of the day, I was at a Cowboys playoff game in the middle of Wisconsin. Like, I was very, very lucky to be there. So to call it the worst day of my life is definitely not true. But at the time, it did feel like it was one of the worst days of my life. I was very upset.
Who
But that
heckled
also
you?
goes to show
Well,
probably every single Packer fan.
yeah, that's the notes just said
I thought there was
said
like one guy that was just like, you
said
bum.
he
No.
cried and a Packers fan turned around and heckled him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm
Well, I
sure.
remember being like, watching it, because obviously I'm at Green Bay, so they're playing the replay over and over again, and the entire stadium is like, he dropped it, he dropped it, he dropped it, and I'm like, no, it's a catch, it's a catch, it's a catch. So then once
Tell
the
him,
ref,
mom,
once the
mom, tell
ref,
him it's a catch.
yeah,
Something,
once
mom.
once the ref does come out and is like, no, he dropped it. Literally, the entire section is like, you idiot, we told you, we told you. And then at that point, like, everything just, I gets hit by a Mack truck, like, no, the season's over and your team sucks for the 20th straight year.
Yeah, that's the
um
last time. Was it even the last time they made the playoffs or made a run?
no, they've
Been
made it and
close.
disappointed me since, but that
Yeah.
was the best team they've had in my life. Like, I actually thought that they could win the Super Bowl that year, and of course they did not. But That was a random ass thing for someone to put in because they weren't even there. I was with my mom.
Okay. So follow-up question then, also random ass. There's not a lot of us. Like there's a decent segue here in how much you hate airlines, but you travel a ridiculous amount. And there's not a lot of us that have a selfie with the Mona Lisa. But you do?
No,
No.
I don't. I'm
So
Mona Lisa's
somebody's
in France. I have a selfie with the David in Italy.
okay,
Maybe
yeah.
that's what they meant.
Okay, so I'm that one is misread. Taking
I mean,
selfies of him and his dog Roxy with the Mona Lisa when I was at the museum in Paris.
Oh, okay. That's my mom. This is a funny story.
Yeah, hit me
So,
up.
all right. So my mom, my mom is a saint. I have very, very good, lucky and supportive parents. So my mom went to France or whatever, I think with my sister. I don't know who she was with, but long story short, she went to France. And I could have went with her, but I had no desire to go. I was like, I just don't want to go to France for whatever reason. I think now I would have went. That's probably a regret. I should have went to France. But anyways, I
You
didn't
probably
go
should
on
have
the
went.
trip. Yeah, and I was like, "What are you gonna do there? You're just gonna see the Mona Lisa, and whatever." So I stayed home and I watched our dog. We had a dog, Roxy, at the time, and she went to the Mona Lisa and she was just complaining to me, not like ungratefully complaining, but she was like, "You're kind of right. I shouldn't have paid to go to the Mona Lisa. Like we should have just went to another part of France. Like I can't see anything. There's 500 people here. You're not allowed to take like a photo. You can't even get close to the thing." And my mom is like, she's a little girl. So if there's even 5 people, she's not going to be able to see over them like at all. So long story short, I just like pulled up the Mona Lisa on Google Images on my computer and just like turned around with my dog and took a selfie with my mom. And she was like so mad because she was like, I can actually see more details through this photo of you and the dog than I can right now. And
That's
I'm
really
at
funny.
the museum, like the famous museum. And so that was kind of just like the joke the rest of the trip. I was just like making fun of her. Like anywhere she went, I would just pull up on Google and pull up a picture with like no crowds or anything. And I was like, I can literally see it better than you can.
That's such a
Again,
dick move. Yeah.
yeah, just being a little
Have you ever
bratty,
heard
like 16-year-old kid.
have you ever heard the Mona Lisa song by Connor For Real?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so it's a Lonely Island movie, and it's essentially a Lonely Island song, but he's playing a character called Connor For Real. And he talks about how the Mona Lisa is a big piece of shit and it's disappointing, and she's got like shark dead eyes. And he's just ripping into the Mona Lisa for the entire song. Worth it. Worth it. And I think, Keith, that's the song you're going to post for this.
I do need that. If Nate listening, I need you to add that to the website somewhere. Is like I think I've talked about that before, but like yeah, we'll send it in the Discord or in the group chat. But like people being able to submit in the questionnaire like the 2 songs that they want to have on their damn thing would save me a lot of effort.
Yeah, but I think that now that we're talking about this, yeah, the Mona Lisa would be a very funny song to put over this because Lonely Island is also very funny. Do you want to jump into something there, Keith?
Yeah, so I'm gonna get a little FMK for you here, James. I got one that might be a quick hitter, and if it is, I'll go in another one that it was a fans or submitted by someone else that might be a little more funny. But I do want to hear the first one. So FMK, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, all LSU football players who I hear you're a fan of the team.
Yeah, big LSU guy. I'm
So I had to go
marrying
with
Joe
some.
Burrow.
Yep.
He's the coolest. I love Joe Burrow. First of all, he won me a natty championship. He's the best college quarterback of all time. His story is amazing, underdog story. From Ohio State as a never played, just rode the bench, and goes to LSU, wins the Heisman, becomes #1 overall pick, and then second year in the league, he's in the Super Bowl. Like that guy's just got balls, like you can't even believe. Pause, but like he's a good player. Jamar Chase, dude, this is a good one because if
And
you're like really into football, this is a great debate, I think, because in college it wasn't even close. Like Jamar Chase was the #1 wide receiver on LSU that year. He was
yeah, as like a
the
freshman or
downfield
sophomore, he
threat.
was better than Jefferson, who was a year or two older than him, wasn't
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, amazing. And then you go to the league and right away, Justin Jefferson is like a top 3 wide
he?
receiver.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think that Jamar Chase is better. Like, there's just some Chase is so good after the catch. It's unreal. Like his wide receiver screens, he'll just take a short pass for 80 yards. Like he's so hard to tackle. He's so fast. I think if he was on the Vikings, like Justin Jefferson is the only good thing on the Vikings. I think if you put Chase there, he would have the same numbers. Like Chase has T. Higgins and he has like a better quarterback that just like makes good decisions instead of throwing him the ball every play. So I'm gonna kill Justin Jefferson and I will fuck Jamar Chase because I think Jamar Chase is better.
Nice. I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna hit you with the second one. So
You have to hate them though, right, Keith? As a Browns fan, you gotta hate Burrow.
I'd hate the Steelers. I don't care about the Bengals. Like you would think that the Bengals would be our bigger rival, but like I don't know. I don't even know where fucking Cincinnati is in the state of Ohio in comparison. Like it doesn't mean anything to me. Whereas like I grew up an hour south of Pittsburgh and I fucking hate the Steelers with a passion. And it's just, and I hate the Ravens even. Well, I hate they're the team I hate the least out of the division. So it's like you would think to be in the in-state rival would be more, but it's just I don't think there's ever really been a big rivalry in comparison to the Ravens and the Steelers, at least from my point of view. FMK, I'm gonna hit you with another one. Chicken parm, Taylor ham, egg, and cheese. I don't know if that sounds right. You familiar with what that is?
Yeah,
and then
you nailed that.
And then Ralph's Pizza, FMK. Are these like three foods that mean something specific to you?
These are three really good foods. I know you're a big chicken parm guy. I love chicken parm. I'm on a quest to have every chicken parm in New Jersey and rate them. That's
nice.
Right now my favorite is Cavallo's and Nutley was the best. They went out of business though. So now it's Chianti's and Summit if you're ever around. But
are you actually keeping a list of your ratings or your spreadsheet?
I'm actually did. I'm keeping
nice.
I'm keeping.
And he's got a glaze rating. Is
this a 5 out of 5 or a 10 out of 10 scale or a 7 out of 7?
It's not. No, it's not. I don't rate it's not a numerical scale at all.
Okay.
It's just this is better than that. That's better than that.
I got you. Oh, so you rank them like 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just kind of like know my rolling top 3.
Nice.
If that kind of makes sense.
Mount Rushmore, if you will.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. So out of those, I'd actually I'd marry Ralph's Pizza. It's only because out of those 3, it's the only one I also love and is sentimental. The other ones I just love.
Mm-hmm.
So I would marry Ralph's Pizza just because what it means to me. I had it growing up with at my grandparents' house all the time.
Gotcha.
So it's like has good nostalgic memories to it. I would fuck Taylor ham because I feel like it is the unofficial food of New Jersey. I'm curious to see if you get backlash. Taylor ham is pretty much like Canadian bacon but better. So it's like a mixture of bacon and Canadian bacon. That's how I would describe it. It's just like I have a Taylor ham, egg and cheese on an everything bagel with salt, pepper, ketchup, and it's a very good breakfast. That's how I would describe it. It's good. So Brooke's family is from Albany, and one of my favorite things is like bringing them Taylor ham and cooking it for them, and they all can vouch that it's very good. So it's upstate New York approved.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Joey. Go ahead.
So my wife actually recently asked me this: what is Americans' obsession with Canadian bacon? And my understanding of an American version of Canadian bacon is literally just fried ham.
Yeah.
Do you guys not have the cornmeal coated thick pea-meal bacon that we have?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what I think of when I say Canadian bacon?
Yes, please.
I think of an Egg McMuffin. Whatever is on an Egg McMuffin from McDonald's.
I just don't ever say Canadian bacon. Like I've never. Yeah. It's a movie that John Candy was in before he died. It's the only reference I have of it. I've never used the word in reference to food in my life ever.
No, next time I come down there, Keith, I'm bringing you some actual what we would call Canadian bacon. And like I said, it's cornbread rolled, it's cured, and it's usually anywhere between half an inch to an inch thick. And it's genuinely good bacon. But I've had what Americans call Canadian, and it's like this might as well be fried bologna.
Yeah. Anytime I see it on a menu, it is literally just like thin, shitty ham.
Have you ever heard of pork roll? Like people call Taylor ham pork roll. Like I bet you Beer Belly Chris, what's his last name? Daminger?
Daminger.
Yeah, Daminger.
Like
Daminger.
He might text you guys or whatever and be like, Big Robo is a fraud. Like it's not Taylor ham. It's pork roll. Like that's the New Jersey debate
Mhm.
or whatever. Like South Jersey calls it pork roll. So I don't know if you ever
He
heard
can
of
just
that, but
message
it's
you
the same
directly.
food. It's the same food.
Have you met up with Chris yet? I think we talked about that. We gotta try
No,
to get
dude,
you to
he
do
was
some
actually
meet and greets.
he was just by me for Jacked and Ginger's
Oh
PA
yeah.
Nationals, but I
Why
was in
didn't you
Italy.
go? Oh
I was
well,
in
there you
Italy,
go. There you
bro.
go.
Yeah. So he messaged me. I actually would have went to that. I was like only 35 minutes from my house. But anyway, Canadian bacon, I don't I can't speak to, so I don't want to even say that it is close to that. But Taylor ham is delicious.
It sounds interesting. I'll have
So
to keep
I'm
an
gonna
eye out
fuck
for it.
that. And then I'm killing chicken parm because
Gotcha.
it's whatever.
Didn't
Good
mean to
deal.
hijack, but it's just funny that it came up last week, and then I was
Well,
like,
I put
okay,
that in your note too.
I have so many American friends, and I want to talk to them about what they think Canadian bacon is versus what we think Canadian bacon is, and that
But
would
do
be
you actually
the
call it Canadian bacon or you just call it
no,
bacon?
it would be P-mail,
Okay.
P-E-A.
And then your regular
Female. I
bacon
never
is
even
just pork
heard of
bacon.
that.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. You go ahead and next time you Google search it, you'll see, and you'll just be like, I want the shit out of that.
I'm down. I liked what you said last week that if you're not a vegetarian, all meat needs to be on the table. I
Yes,
li- I like that.
yes, that's a thing I have
I
lived
don't
with.
know if I agree with that, but I liked it.
Yeah, you might have heard it. I might have thought it. But yeah, no, people can obviously have preferences. I just find it weird when people are like, "No, not this one animal. Like I can't eat this. Those are too cute or those are too this or those are too that." Like I think it's weird where, people I'm on the carnivore diet. Okay, but I don't eat this or this. And I'm like, "Well, then you're not a carnivore. You're just a selective eater." Like yeah. I'll stand by that any day. I do have, like I said last week, the rule I don't eat octopus, but that's a respect thing. That's not like a rule thing. Octopus are too smart. Yeah. So that's pretty funny. I actually finished off my kangaroo ones today. I guess we're going into the Mount Rushmore.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I. Mount Rushmore. You're welcome to throw in the fifth alien face if you think. The top 5 or top 4 U.S. cities.
Ooh, top 4 U.S. cities.
That's a good
Like
one.
big cities? All right.
No, whatever you want to
It's
do.
druthers, man. It can be
I
things not
Here's an
important to you or
example.
where do
I
you want to
was
live?
I was driving last week, and I've been to a bunch of US cities, and I was driving into a new town.
Aberdeen,
Yep. And
Sioux Falls,
I was like,
Madison.
I've been to this town a million times, but I've never driven in from this direction. And I legitimately thought I was in Aberdeen again, based on how the railroad tracks went across and the buildings were there. It looked like I was going to Massonomics Gym. And I felt so nostalgic. I was like, how do I miss Aberdeen, fucking South Dakota right now? Like, of all the places I've traveled, I'm sitting here going, I wish I was in Aberdeen. So it doesn't have to be a big city. It would be the cities that you are going to put on your Mount Rushmore.
I don't love it this, but I'll put New York just because
Ugh.
similar to Ralph's Pizza, it means something to me, New York City. It's just like sounds corny, but when I was a little kid, I'd go and see the Rockefeller tree every year with my mom. So like, Christmas time in New York City I feel like will always be special to me. But like I also when I have to go to the city now, I hate going to the city. Like
How
kind
many
of sucks.
people? Blech.
Yeah. So it's very much a love-hate relationship. Nashville, Tennessee is an awesome place. That is definitely in my Mount Rushmore of American cities. If you like country music, which is a hot topic, I feel like I do like country music. So it was the bar scene there, like just going to get a drink and there's live music everywhere is cool. Like the fact that you can walk into a bar and it's 4 stories and every story has a different live band playing. I thought was so cool.
With
So
$22
that
beers.
yeah, that definitely sucks. Um, Definitely sucks. Go to a bachelor party and it's even more because you gotta
um,
buy the bachelor
no, we're not doing
freaking
that
drink.
anymore, right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm done. I'm on that wavelength. Um, San Diego, I've only been like once. but I think it's like the most beautiful city. Like the weather was perfect. The landscape was like so beautiful. I really liked that. I don't know if I could live there because I'm so biased towards the East Coast. I don't think I could ever live on the West Coast just because I'm an East Coast kind of guy.
Hmm.
Oh, that the last one's tough. I'm gonna do Arlington. Actually, I'm gonna do Harrisonburg, Virginia, because I've really enjoyed my time in college and some of the best friends I'll ever have in my life. I met there, and I just have really good memories hanging out with my buddies there. So that's it. Harrisonburg, New York, San Diego, and Nashville. That's a crazy.
The good answers. That's
And
good.
let me do
Good
the
list.
alien.
There you go.
Warren, New Jersey, where I live now, where the cage is.
Is it Appalachia or Appalachia?
I would say Appalachia.
Gonna add that to the game for every American we interview.
Alrighty, I think that'll mostly round out the interview portion. Didn't really see anything else that's jumping out that we can't throw into unpaid or underrated. So let's gonna go ahead and hit you with unpaid or underrated. Are you familiar with this game, Big James?
Yes, I am familiar.
Do you want to explain it to your friends and family that are all tuning in by the dozens and dozens and aren't really sure what this game is?
Yeah, sure. I will explain it. It's kind of like a special edition of the old fashioned overrated, underrated, where unpaid is kind of the not ideal option of the two, because no one likes not being paid for their work. So you have
Correct.
unpaid and then you have underrated.
Perfect. Love it. Appreciate it when other people get to explain that. And it's always it's gonna go one of two ways. They're either gonna butcher it and it's funny, like I do half the time, or they'll do it great and people understand what they're talking about, and that's good too. So either way, it's win-win for me. Unpaid or underrated ice hockey.
Oh, this is gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna go unpaid, but I only because I don't know all the rules and I can't ice skate at all. But my girlfriend's family is a huge ice hockey family, and they have a tournament every year in Rochester, and that's why I got to hang out with Keith and go to the No Wine Cellar.
Yes,
But
sir.
I definitely did not participate, and I feel like I let like her brother, her dad, her uncles down because I just like cannot participate. So I watch with her mom while she
Oh, you weren't
plays with her
playing?
brother.
I thought you
Dude,
played the
I
whole time.
can't. Dude,
You,
no, I watched the whole
I
time
thought
and ate
you made
buffalo
it sound
wings.
like I thought you had been playing the whole
I
day.
ate Joey, let me tell you something.
That's
I
hysterical.
I
Here, I
watched and
thought you were
drank
an
beer.
athlete.
And no, I am an athlete. I
I
just
know.
not
I'm
on
being facetious.
skates,
No, I
bro.
understand. I can't skate for my life.
Okay.
I just thought
Anything
that
on
was
my
funny.
feet. So I'll get there. I'll get there. This winter I took up skiing for the first time. I'm not natural with anything on my feet. We already went over this.
You
I
heard it here
got big
first,
ass
coach. He's
feet,
not natty.
man. Like size 13. It's
Juicy.
awkward for me.
Yeah.
But
Hey, but
anyway,
you've
like
had him for 25 years. You should be used to him by now.
no, bro. It's like having flippers. You don't get used to it.
It's all just variant forms of sliding. I've said that before. Like all winter sports are just controlled sliding. It's either downhill or on a flat surface. It's all the same, and then you got to throw some stuff in like shooting or hockey in between.
It's a
I'm
lot.
as a Canadian, I'll tell you, and I'm gonna break some hearts here. I don't give a shit about hockey. I
It's a good sport. Like I can
Yeah,
appreciate it. The fact that you can get pissed off and drop gloves and
yeah,
like I appreciate that. I appreciate the physicality, like all the stories, like the one guy died on the bench and then he was like, "Can you resuscitate me and let me back in?" Like they're definitely tough
yes,
guys
they
playing
are.
hockey.
Yep.
I'm not taking anything away from them. I can't play hockey at all. Um, but I'm telling you, that was a great weekend. So she goes there, they do that like drunken beer league hockey. And Joey, you should visit Keith and go to this little rinky-dink hockey rink, like 25 minutes from his house, Lakeshore Arena. The best buffalo wings I've ever had. Like
Yeah,
not even
you were
close.
praising them
Not
when I met
even
you.
close, dude. I had to have, no exaggeration, probably 120 of those suckers in 2 days. Like, and
That's hysterical.
they ruin wings for me. Like, still, I'm craving them. I
Wow.
will be in Rochester and this around Christmas time for Brooke's grandmother's like birthday party, and I'm driving a half hour and getting fucking wings from this place. I've been thinking about it. I've been
I'll meet
thinking
you there,
about it
buddy.
for a long time. Please, I would love to do that. They're so good.
We'll
Holy
get
crap.
Chris and a couple other guys come over probably too. That'd actually
Like
be
so
dope.
good.
Awesome. Unpaid or underrated? The Texas Strength System Power Bar.
Oh, so underrated. So
That's what
underrated.
a lot of you
Never even heard of it.
Yeah,
yeah,
no one has. No
for an
one
imported
has.
bar, it's been blowing up.
The G1 Power Bar, fully stainless steel. Well, I think like chrome sleeves, but it is under $400. I'm pretty sure it is like better than the Rogue Bar. It is the best. The neural termination marks, like there
Mm-hmm.
is no tolerance in the collars. It's competition collars.
Is it
No
sharp or
one talks
grippy?
about it, dude. It is both.
Okay.
It is
So like
both.
kind of like Kabuki
It
almost?
is. It's the closest neural to my Chewy bar. I have
Okay.
the 20 Mountain Chewy. It's the closest other bar I have to that. I
That'd
don't
be
have the Kabuki Power Bar though. I know you
okay.
do.
Yeah. That'd
So
be
I
more
can't
sharp
really
than
compare it to
and
that.
grippy, I'd
It's
imagine.
definitely sharper than the Rogue Ohio Power Bar, and it's like grippier. It's not as sharp as the Texas bar, but it's
Oh wow.
grippier, like the Texas Power Bar.
Interesting.
It's a lot like the Chewy, dude. And
I'll have to
it
try
is
one.
made like randomly so well. The only person who has a video on this is Basement Brandon.
Yeah, I remember when he did it
And
a
so
while ago.
I bought the combo rack, and then whatever, the lead time was like 12 weeks, and they kept emailing me about 25% off on the power bar. Like every week I'd get an email from Texas Strength Systems. I was like, you bought the combo rack, add the bar for 25% off. And I couldn't find any information on this bar. So then I watched Brandon's video, and then I messaged Brandon, and then he was like, dude, it's actually a really good bar. Like I never use it and I never talk about it. It's like no one ever asked me about it. And so I got it, and it's pretty much just like the high level USAPL competition bar. Like they don't
Hmm.
use the Eleiko, they use like Texas Strength kind of just kits them out. So like I'm weird. Like I got it for that because I'm like, well, if I ever do go to Nats, I want to use their bar.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Again,
that makes
I'm a
sense.
weirdo. Um, and it's I just can't believe it because everyone talks about like the Hansu bars when they were doing their deals. And the
Hmm.
Hansu bar with the deal was only like $50 less than this one is all the time. And I
Hmm.
was like, why does this one never get I don't know. There's just no videos on it. Everyone likes to make those like best budget bars under $400, all this stuff, and that's one of
Well,
them.
where's
And
your
so
review video on it, bud?
I
You
did.
big
I have one. No one
okay.
watched it. It's got like 80 views. But
YouTube's hard, man. That's why I don't get it. That's why I don't get
Got
into it.
him. Got him.
Yeah.
Caught him on
I
that.
do. I have best budget IPF bar, and I compare it to the Rogue
Mm.
one. Shameless plug. It's great. Everyone watching this should watch that. Give me some views.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah, I'll segue into my third
it's
one.
good,
Third
dude.
one.
Well, I
So
hit it up with the Lugal. I just wanted to see it. It does come in chrome, stainless steel, or black Cerakote, and
Sarah's coat.
the uh, the price is decent.
Dude, right?
Right? It's 423 Canadian.
What, is that for the stainless or
Well, for the Cerakote.
sorry, coat?
Now, I don't know if that was Canadian, but I assumed the cookies
Is
put
that
it
your
in
say?
Canada.
Is that the first? Is that still your first glass of wine, or have you been filling up off camera? Because you've been.
I have
I haven't noticed
a
that you've
He's
topped
got
it
a
off.
bottle.
half bottle.
Okay, I just haven't. Yeah,
It's not a
well,
full. It's not a
putting a hurting
full.
on
So
it.
like it's a 375 milliliters.
Nice. All right, my last one here. We kind of briefly touched on it just a second ago. So, unpaid or underrated? Having a YouTube channel and trying to keep up with that. A fitness-based YouTube, a home gym fitness YouTube channel in this saturated market.
I'm gonna go underrated, but I'm gonna caveat it with like it really depends why you do it. Like I a lot of people start it because they're like, I want to get free equipment. I did not, I'm not one of those people. Never had that assumption. Like, why would anyone give me anything?
Hmm.
Um, because I'm never gonna do it for that. Like, this is not my job. I never think I'm gonna make money off this. So like if I don't want to do a video, I'm just not gonna do it. Like, you
Mhm.
know what I mean? I do it because it's fun. Like I enjoy thinking about making a video, and like I like filming myself talking about gym equipment because I really do like love the equipment that I bought. Like I bought a Rogue Rhino rack and I spent, $5 grand on the rack because I've loved the fucking rack. You know what I mean? So like I made a video on it because no one wants to hear me talk about it. So I wanted to talk to the damn camera about it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because I really feel that way about the stuff. So when people, not that this has really ever happened, but I had like one company that makes the shittiest things ever. Like, hey, we'll send you Smith machine to review, and I'm like, no thanks, because I don't want your shitty Smith machine. Like, I want to make videos on stuff that I don't care if I bought it. Like, would rather buy it because that means I wanted it. That's why it's in my gym. You know what I mean? So I'll make a video on something because I really wanted it, and if you think the video is cool, cool. If it gets 16 views, that's fine. I'm probably 15 of them, like, because I wanted to hear myself talk about it. Like that's kind of just how I go about it.
Yep.
That's why it's underrated for me. But like, if you really want to do it, like, if you want to make a goal to get 1,000 subscribers, like, bro, it's so unpaid. I feel like that's so hard, and there's so many people doing it, and there's so many people doing it really well. Even
Hmm.
the videos that get like 500 views, I'll watch them, and I'm like, that was a really good review. Like that guy knew what he was talking about. Um, so it's tough for those people, and I kind of like I feel bad for not feel bad, like they're doing good and their videos are sick, but like Gluck and shit, like that's such a grind. People don't appreciate how much of a grind it is to actually make money doing that stuff. I can't even imagine like you care. I don't give a shit about my thumbnails, but like if you're really trying to make money off it, you have to care. The lighting has to be perfect, and the color that you use on the font matters. So it's like I can't be bothered with that stuff. I give them a lot of credit. I also love like how Basement Brandon goes about it. I appreciate how his just feel like he's just talking. That's kind of how I
Hmm.
try to make my videos too. It's like I'm just gonna talk about equipment. I'm not that Gluck or anyone sells it. Like no one does a bad job. I really mean that. I love like watching everyone's videos. I really try to consume as much as I can. Um, but Basement Brandon, like his one cut videos where he just talks about a bar and then
Yeah, those are
just like
pretty
shuts
epic.
the camera off. Those are my favorite videos. It's like, dang, he's really into that. He really knows what he's talking about, and like you could just see that he loves this shit. Like I like those.
Yeah, he doesn't give a whole lot of review just for the sake of review. Like he doesn't really care. Like he might go a month and not put anything out because he doesn't have
Yeah,
any new
and
shit or doesn't care.
there's
Whereas the other
nothing
guys,
wrong with it. Like you have to do that. If you're trying to make this your job, you have to do a couple of those reviews where like this company is making it worth my while. I have to do it. But
hmm
like Brandon's got a job.
yeah,
He does his YouTube shits. You know what I mean? Like it's just a different way of thinking about it.
And I couldn't be bothered. The editing, the having to care. But I mean, I'm the weight is weight type of guy. Like I love my strength co plates, I love my Texas power bar, but ultimately like having to know
Dude,
that much about stuff, I can't imagine like but that's just me. It's also why I'm weak as
I
shit.
kind of hate that I'm not though. I kind of like, dude, I snapped back a cable and scratched my rack like a week
oh no,
ago, and I wanted to die. And then I was like,
that's
why am
sad.
I having
Yeah.
like why do I care this much about freaking steel in my basement that I literally squat out of?
Yeah.
Just for like 5 minutes. I was like, what
And
do I do about this?
my
Like, do I
rack
sand
is
it down?
some Chinese made Canadian import. It's not barely even a half rack, but I'm like, well, I can squat off it and I can bench off it. What the fuck do I care about literally anything else? Right. And I've dabbled in the do I like roller pins? Do I like, no, ultimately, I just want to lift the weight and feel good about it. So I guess that's part of the reason why, like, I've never got into YouTube and I see a lot of the crew really getting into it. And I just don't have the time or patience or strength or physique or or any of this stuff, right?
I want to do more. So my like idea is I want to do more of like OT and
Oh, that'd be cool.
powerlifting
I was
and
gonna bring that up.
that type of stuff.
There's a guy
So
I follow. and his name is Havon, I think his name is. Um, Havano McLean. He's on Instagram and he does success stories with his differently abled people, and it's all feel good shit, and it's amazing. And he's 65,000 followers, 654,000 followers, and like that stuff is
That's cool.
dope because that's what people want to see, right?
Yeah.
Like it's but ultimately you're dealing with children, so you have that one barrier where we shouldn't be posting children without consent and blah blah
Oh
blah,
yeah,
blah, right? So,
yeah,
but like ultimately, yeah, if you were to lean into that, like you would probably get that niche following of people that want to see, exactly how to make themselves better.
and there's a lot like not not even to go into specifics, but like people with Down syndrome and autism is
Mhm.
very there's a lot of powerlifters that are on the spectrum. Like
Yep.
just the niche ness about it,
Yeah.
it lends itself to people that are on the spectrum. So there is a lot that you can do with it. And I caveat it with everyone. That's why they call it as a spectrum. If you ask me, I think everyone is on the spectrum. That's why it's a spectrum.
Hmm.
It's just varying degrees, but like there is really a lot that
So we have this game we like to play.
Nice.
I guess it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
All right. Unpaid or underrated? Tiny tonals, the Vultra.
oh uh,
It's a
I
hot
guess
topic.
I have to go underrated now. I actually have one. So
God
I
damn.
pulled trigger and got one. Yeah.
I think
Um,
yeah, you were debating about that a lot, I thought, at
for a
Home Gym
while,
Con.
dude, and then I used it. So I was so on the fence on if I wanted to get the indie add-on, like the Rogue cable stacks, to make the rack the functional trainer or the Voltra. And then I went to Home Gym Con, used Darkos or whatever. And then right after Home Gym Con, I went to Brooks Lake House or family vacation for Lake House. Then this was not the only factor on why I did not go to Lift Hard, Live Easy. But one of the reasons I did not go this year was because I was talking to Brooke about it, and she was right. Like if I was gonna go, I was gonna compete. And I was talking to Tanner at the Arnold, and he was like, "Listen, your crew, if you're gonna go and you message, who is it? Dave runs it,
Dave,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so he was like, if you message Dave, kind of like tell him your circumstance, like I'm not going to tell you it's 100%, but there's like a 95% chance that you'll be able to compete. Like something will
For sure.
happen and you'll be able to compete. So I had that in my head and I was like, oh, okay, like awesome. So I came back from the Arnold and I was talking to Brooke like I was going to go to the Lift Hard Live Easy and I was going to compete. And every year for the 4th of July, like her family goes to Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire. It's like very important to her. It's like a family tradition, and I get that. And I'm lucky enough that I've been the past couple of years like invited and been a part of that. Um, so long story short, it's very important to her. She knows how I am. So she was like, if you come to the lake and you have a powerlifting competition like the weekend after that, like you're not going to be present at the lake. Like you're going to be worried about working out. Like you're going to find a gym. You're going to be so worried about your prep. And then if you're not doing all of that and you just like take a week off and go on vacation and then go to the Lift Hard, Live Easy, you're going to be pissed off that like your numbers aren't as good as they could be because whatever, you just didn't set
Because you
yourself
went to
up
the
right.
lake. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. So not to blame Brooke, but the whole time I was at the lake,
God
I was
damn it,
like,
Brooke.
if I had a Voltra right now, I could be doing both. Like I could be at the lake doing pretty basic shit, keeping my stuff and competing next week or whatever. And so really honestly, like that's just kind of a funny story. But what sold me is like the fact that I could take it with me, like go
Hmm.
away for the weekends, go on these like
Yeah, put it in a
wedding
carry-on
trips,
and
yeah, and not go crazy with it. And it was just so much easier because I don't have any cable system at all. So I was like, I'm getting a lot of things that I'm lacking, for lack of a better
versatility.
term, like things that, yeah, exactly. I'm getting a lot of versatility out of this. And dude, it's been cool. Like I'm still like Dude, it's not a smart purchase, you know, like I recognize it's $2,000
I
and
mean,
it's not
it
gonna
is a
last
smart
forever.
device, isn't it?
Yeah, but like I feel like a jerk off for having one, but it's been super cool. Like it's actually brought a lot to my training that I didn't think it would, and I'm going like it's made training fun again. Like I
Nice.
look forward to using it. Like
Hmm.
It's pretty
I'll
cool.
just like randomly do abs because I'm like I want to use this thing for abs. Like I'm you know what I mean? Because
Hmm.
you guys get it. Like we're so programmed. So like it's not switching. I'm still doing my squats, my benches, and my deadlift. Like and my accessories really aren't changing. But now I'm kind of just like how you were talking about the shoulder presses. I'm just like adding shit because I really, really want to do it. Like I'm getting excited to do it. So like whatever. I'll do a single arm preacher curl today just because I really want to try it out and like see this setup and play with the modes. Um, so that has been like really cool. Like I've called my buddies over and been like, I know you're not really that into lifting, but you have to see this. And then they come and like play with it and they're like, wow, wait, no, that actually is like so cool. I had my mom come over like 2.5 weekends ago and my mom's pretty fit, and she's had a goal for like ever to do a pull up, and I set it up at the top and then used the belt squat belt and had her do assisted pull ups. So for the first time in her life, like she's never, you know, at the
That's really
gym they
cool.
have those things.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
never
yeah.
used one of those, and like bro, I took a video of it and I was like, this is worth the $2,000 right here just for this video. Like
That's
she
awesome.
was so pumped up and she was like, can I come over and use this? I was like, Mom, yes,
Yes.
anytime you want. Like
That's
anytime
really
you
cool.
want. That would make me so happy if you came over here and used this. You know what I mean? So that's cool. Like, and I really think that Brooke will use it and stuff. So I'm hoping to get a lot of versatility out of it, but I feel like a coward.
No, and I actually want to say like that's the first really glowing positive review of the Voltra that we've had on here, and you know, that's a completely different perspective. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a piece of gym equipment. People can have opinions, and that was a good one. Unpaid or underrated? What do I want to do here? Kid Cudi.
Oh,
Ooh.
most underrated of all time. I love Kid Cudi. Um, Similar to a lot of the other things, I guess if you listen to this podcast, you'll get the vibe that I'm like a very sentimental person.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so like Kid Cudi just means a lot to me. Like when I was a young adult and going through identity crises and high school girlfriend breaks up with you and just dealing with the normal high school BS and that type of your life. Like I listen to Kid Cudi when I was happy and when I was sad and really feeling any emotion. So I was just obsessed with him, and I think I will be for the rest of my life. Like anytime he goes on tour, I go and see Kid Cudi. Like I'll go to his New York concert and then try to go to his Philly concert too. Um, and the best thing about it is like I I love my home friends to death. Like they're really great guys. But at this point in our lives, like we're every year that goes by, we lose things that we overlap on. Like we're all just in such different stages of our life, and like one they stop going to the gym. Start getting really into the gym, and it's just life happens. But we all still love Kid Cudi. Like
That's cool.
if Kid Cudi album comes out, our group chat is popping off again. Like that type of stuff. If he goes on tour, we all go. Um, so that's kind of cool too. It's like one of the uniting things that I have with my home friends that, as life goes on, that stuff kind of decreases. So
Love it. Now I'm worried about asking the other one because that was a fucking great answer. Um,
You better not shit the bed with this one, James. Get last one. You better make it good.
unpaid or underrated Gucci.
Gucci, the brand,
Yep.
I'm gonna go unpaid. I don't think who put this? Why did they put
Somebody put Gucci, Prada, Versace.
That was a suggestion for FMK, and I threw it down into unpaid because I
Oh,
couldn't
you
get to it.
son of my bitch.
It's still, if it was valid enough for FMK, it would have been
Yep.
fucking.
Gucci, Prada, Versace? I don't
Versace.
really feel strongly about any of those companies.
All right. Unpaid or underrated acai bowls.
Oh, dude, that depends. So they're actually really underrated, like taste wise, but it's, it's really context dependent. Like I would never sit in my kitchen and eat an acai bowl. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I think that's kind of weird. Not weird, but just like, what am I doing here? How did I get this? You know, you gotta, you gotta be, you gotta be like on vacation or something, and maybe we walk outside the hotel and there's an acai shop next door, like, and you get one, and it's probably one of the best things you've ever eaten. But I don't know if I would like go to the. Do you know what the juice house is? Do you have those by you?
No.
It's just like
Yeah, like
it's like a
they
It's like
just
a
make juice.
Chipotle, but for smoothies.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
like
Like
they
we have
also
booster
have
juice up
like
here.
yeah, like they also have acai bowls. Like I don't think I would go there for one, but if I can see an ocean, that's a good cue that an acai bowl is on the table. Like that, I feel like that's fair play.
I remember
That's a
getting into goji berries for a while because they taste like a barn, and I love that taste.
yeah. Have you ever had an acai bowl?
Yeah, probably in passing, but it's again, I'm in the middle of Canada, so it's not one of those things that are really
They're
all over the
they're
place.
very refreshing. They're
Yeah.
very refreshing. But like I said, I feel like it'd be so out of place. It'd be like, getting home from work on a Monday and just being like, "Huh, I'm gonna have a pina colada." It's like, what? You're in your living room. Like I
Uh,
mean, the pina coladas are great, but that's how I would describe it.
I think you passed unpaid and underrated.
He did.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we can air this episode.
Yeah, we'll see if Nate can get around to it.
This is a long ass episode, but that's okay. It's going
Oh,
well. Oh, stop it.
no, we're good. I'm not working
Um,
tomorrow,
Sorry,
so
Keith.
it's all good.
I
But
am
yeah,
working tomorrow,
I
but I
have a
gotta.
gallonish a gallon. A gallon is a really bad way to describe how much shit I have to do tomorrow. But my parents are coming into town, staying for the weekend, so I ended up I was already gonna take a half a day, but I ended up just burning the whole day off yet today when I realized I was pretty much done with everything I had to do. So, but that's
That's cool
irrelevant
though.
to yeah. James, do you have anything for us, buddy? I feel
Y-
it's because it says
I
James
do.
on the thing, and usually I would call you Robo, but
That's
I kind of
all right,
I
bro.
default to like well, it's also it's what your name is James on the thing, so I usually default to what
It's
people have their
also
name on
my
Zoom.
name.
Oh
It's not
yeah,
just my name on Zoom. That is
that's
my
true.
name.
That's true. For me,
Uh,
no, your
I
name is
have I
Robo.
have a question. Did you see Hogan's gym tour video
Yeah,
today?
yep. Watched it today. Oh, we should have talked
What's
about
so
that.
special about that rock?
The Rock. I missed the
The
Rock part.
stone, the $1,000 stone that
Oh,
he
the Stone
got.
of Steel. So it's a so think of like the rep Pepins. So like a adjustable dumbbell. It's an adjustable Atlas stone. So it's a plate loadable stone. So the whole thing spins apart and there's like a peg inside that you can add plates to and then like but it's like it does it in a way to where they're not loose. It's like 100 little well, not 100 but there's like a dozen little like big washers if you will or big like spacers and you have to like take the spacer out and then like put washers in to get it to where like however many plates you have in like and then you still have enough like washers and spacers to completely like seal it on the rod in the middle of it to where like it's not loose plates because you're literally picking it up as a stone and dropping it on shit and like throwing it like lifting it over apparatuses. So it's just a plate loadable Atlas stone, and it really is like $1,000 because it's also
Yeah.
like mill out a piece of metal that will fucking thread together in a sphere and can be dropped with hundreds of pounds in it, and then still unthread and rethread. So
It looks pretty crazy, but I was like, what?
yeah,
I don't know what's the normal Atlas stone cost, but I was
I
like a
mean it's
thousand
well
dollars. That's
no. So like concrete, I mean you can get concrete ones made for whatever your local guy that just has like the thing with stones is you want a variety. Like okay, so how many different weights do you put on a barbell when you're working up to your like the 500 pound
right.
squat?
Yeah.
Like so the same thing
Same
with
thing.
stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to pick up a 200 pound stone 100 times. I want to have a 150 pound stone. I want to have a 200 pound stone. I want to have a 225 pound stone. I want to have like I own like six sandbags already, and I've only been in strongman for a year. If I got into stones, I'd fucking have that many stones already too because it's like it's all scalable. So that's a
Right.
way to have one stone and have it be scalable ish. So it's pretty cool. It's just a matter of getting them if you can find one it needs to be light enough because I think the first time I got into stones like I could only pick up the empty one like once or twice. I think when I first met Hogan, he was, I don't mean, I'm honest, I know he can pick it up now because he's gotten strong as shit in the last couple years, but I think when he first bought it, like he bought it with like out even knowing if he could pick it up, and I think he like wasn't able to pick it up. If I'm misquoting him, but I don't believe he was able to pick it up when he first bought it, but I know he can now because he's strong as shit. He's like 2 years of dedicated strongman work. Kid's got strong as fuck.
Yeah.
But
All
yeah,
right.
it's
I
just,
have
yep,
an unpaid or underrated for you guys. A couple.
let's do it.
All right. Unpaid or underrated, the anabolic window. So getting protein in
Jesus.
I don't even pay
in the
attention to any of that.
anabolic window.
Nope.
Unpaid.
Unpaid.
Yeah,
Unpaid.
it means nothing to me.
Just like
I agree.
I have this idea that I want my creatine either right before or right after I work out. Um, but that's just if it doesn't happen, I don't panic. Right? I don't believe in the anabolic window, but mostly just because like I haven't seen anything to tell me it exists.
Yeah. What's
Right?
significantly more important to me is just am I hungry or am I too full? If I'm too hungry, I don't want to train. If I'm too full, I can't train for a little bit. Like that's the only thing that matters to me when it comes to food consumption and training.
uh, this is a big thing in powerlifting. I don't know if it's the same in strongman, but unpaid or underrated, like snacking on gummies during your lifting or like BCAs or whatever, those like intra workout amino acid
Yeah.
drinks. I'll group them together. Unpaid or underrated.
You go first, Keith.
I mean, it's probably underrated. Like, I don't, I mean, I will consume some food if I have it around and I'm feeling like shit. Like, there's been times I'll run upstairs and like grab a banana or something, or I used to always have jelly. I used to be really big at having like jelly beans in the basement. I think I still do, but I haven't eaten them in forever. But, at least for meats, I always take them with me to meets. But like mid training session, sugar consumption or BCAAs, like, I don't really do it much anymore, but I don't knock anyone for doing it. If you neglected your food throughout the day, it's definitely probably even more important. But I'm not of a body weight of a man that neglects food.
BCAAs are a scam. I don't think they do anything. I have yet to see any proof that they do anything. Not to say you shouldn't take them if you think they're helping. Candy in the gym when I was powerlifting was clutch because, from my understanding, when you're pushing your adrenaline, you're eating up glucose. And as you're eating up glucose, you find yourself getting lightheaded or weaker. And a lot of the times that can really fuck up your lifts. In strongman, I haven't had the need or desire. Mostly when I'm at work, I have candy, and just so I don't kill people. If my glucose drops and I get all like mad and angry, and I'm just like, oh wait, a couple gummy bears will help. But in the gym, I used to keep them in there for like those really big lift days, and now I guess I've just been doing it too long. I fell off. So unpaid,
All
especially
right. Love that.
BCAAs.
Yeah, I've never taken those, but I'll do like dried fruit working out.
Good call.
Mm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But I also like just got into that because I just had Invisalign for like 2 years
Hmm.
and I wore that when I was working out, so I couldn't really snack on anything.
Like healthy
Um,
dehydrated shit or like the shitty stuff from the grocery store that's just full of
dude,
sugar.
like these like I literally have them right here.
Okay,
These
Yeah.
mangoes from Trader Joe's with sugar on
gotcha.
them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They're like, dude, they're pretty borderline. They're actually not that bad for you. Like, if you go and compare this to the ones without sugar on them, there's not much of a difference, but
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty good. All right, last one. That's not unpaid or underrated. But if you guys found $5,000 and the only caveat was you had to spend it all on gym stuff, what would you get?
My answer is different now than what it would have been last year, probably. So a top of the line yoke, because the French board one irks me.
Give me a solid too, and give me like a price. Doesn't
Uh,
have to add up to 5,000, but I just don't
uh,
know like the I don't know
so
what this
a
stuff costs
Rogue
in my head.
yoke delivered to my house would be like $900 probably. Like I think it's like 600 plus like pallet shipping basically, or $300 shipping. So just under $1,000, which I wouldn't pay that
Yeah.
for the yoke. But if I found one used for like 400 or 500, I'd buy it. I bought a really cheap one that's just like it feels really cheap. The Stone of Steel sounds would be kind of nice, possibly, because not having to like buy a bunch of stones, but also maybe on the flip side, it's just like rent a bigger building for $5,000 for a year and have all this space, but that really wouldn't work because I'd want it to be next to my house. So like, I don't know, like a combo rack, I guess, but that would pretty much be like the 3 or 4 grand. Yeah, so
You don't have to
probably,
spend it. I was just trying to say, like, if you don't have to
yeah,
think about money, like,
like
what would you get? That's
I'd like to upgrade the yoke that I have, but or sorry, the competition bench I have to a combo rack, just so there's like a little more variety when we have multiple people over to be able to like scale heights and stuff. But I don't really want to do that at the end of the day because right now my bench has a very small footprint, and the combo rack would have the big feet that wing out and be tripping hazards like in the walkway. And without getting rid of a bunch of toolboxes and storage on the other side of the gym, I don't have room. Like, I couldn't just get rid of one of the squat stands just because of the way they're set up. Like, there's not enough room for a combo rack there. But like, I don't know, perfect world, it would be nice to have a combo rack somewhere in the gym. But I'm not paying Texas strength system prices right now, and I don't really want the Hanzu because it's like way too long for my setup. But I think the Texas would be the right one to get. It's just I'm not paying 4 grand for one.
So,
I don't have TheraBeast money.
my
me either.
answer: 5 trips to Aberdeen, South Dakota.
It's more like three.
Yeah. Um, Probably a wooden log. If I could there's a company here in Canada that makes custom made wooden logs, and they'll etch them out. They'll put your logo or whatever on them. Probably that, right? Because a wooden log would probably last outside better. Because that's the only place I could lift it is outside. That's why I don't have a steel log because it would just rust. I don't have the room in the basement for it. So probably that. Like that would be ideal to get a good 120, 130 pound log that could withstand the elements here in Canada. Probably that. Aside from that, those shiny ass Hansu plates that
Hmm.
Matt has.
Oh yeah,
I know
dude,
I
the
said
Chrome.
I'd
earlier,
pay $5,000 just to steal Matt so he doesn't have any plates. That'd be worth it. Just to take his plates. Fuck him. Love you, buddy.
yeah, like weight is, I said earlier, weight is weight, blah, 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 blah. But those are so damn gorgeous.
Do you if you had your pick of any, do you like them better than the they said Brandon has like the same ones, but his have the face are colored and then the rims are chrome. You know what I'm talking about? They're still
No,
Hansu.
no, I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
barely remember what you're talking about. Joey won't.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
do remember
they're
him
dude,
sharing that he had different
but
dude,
ones.
I,
give that a Google real fast because I'm curious to know which one you would prefer.
what am
Because
I
that's
Googling?
something I go look up the Hansu colored chromes. That's and it'll probably come up. So they look exactly like when they're loaded on the bar, they look exactly like mats. That's mostly squat videos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, or actually, if you
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
his personal.
Yeah, right.
Oh, we just
So
added him.
they look exactly like that on the bar, except the first one will have the red because like the face is colored like
Oh, I see them.
a
No,
dude.
I would go for those shiny ones that Matt had.
Fully chrome.
Yeah.
Those those ones with the color are like if I could have anything in the world, any gym thing in the world, I would trade my calibrated plates for those. Like the ones
Well,
that basically
they're
Brandon has are my
gorgeous, but
favorite.
once you put on 4 plates, you got 4 reds on, right? Like you're not.
Well, no, it'll look like chrome. It'll look like one red. Only
Oh,
the
I see
inner
what you're
will have
saying.
the
Yeah,
colors.
yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I still think I would go for the shiny because I like things to be kind of the same. Uh,
Uniform, yeah.
yeah, it would be like unlimited money. I would buy thousands of pounds of those or strength gold plates because that clunk is gorgeous.
Dude, the oh my God, now I'm blanking on his what's his real name? Mark, right? Rosenberg, Deadliest Lift.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mark Rosenberg.
His chrome deep dish mayhems. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, you got those 2 years or
Those
last
dude, those look
13 months
sweet.
ago.
The chrome deep dish plates. I
I
was
don't even know what
like,
happened to Mayhem. They didn't come back out. Did they even still a company?
I don't know. That's always kind of I don't want to disparage any companies, but I always get them and X Master confused.
An X mark. Um, a question for Joey. So you borrowed Paul? No, not
Cam.
Paul. Cam's camber bar, so like a neutral grip bench bar, if you will. So have you
Yeah.
actually done any overhead pressing with that in the last couple of days?
Yeah. I posted it a couple days ago. I was doing some log movements, right? Obviously, it's not the same as a log, but you
Oh,
can
you actually
lap
tried to
it,
clean it and stuff.
you can
Yeah,
lap
I
it,
did
you
that before I
roll
got
it.
one. It was awkward.
Yeah, I mean, it's all I have,
Yep.
right? So, like I said, I can't lift a log in the basement unless it's seated log, and that's
I even
uh,
experimented with I taped a foam roller to like one side of it too, just to kind of get that like replicated of like the
oh yeah,
barrel
I didn't do
feeling
that
coming down
either.
on your chest.
That's smart.
Um,
No, it was awesome. It felt,
but yeah,
you
just a
know,
neutral grip overhead press is very comfortable in my opinion. So
yeah,
and that replicates just doing that. You're almost I don't recommend doing a bunch of cleaning pressing or cleaning with it because you're gonna end up fucking your bicep up because it's gonna be you're not gonna be able to do it the right way and you're
yeah.
gonna end up
No,
just
you can't get
hammer
that
curling
roll.
up the
Yeah,
weight. So I'd say just get more experience with just overhead pressing in that neutral grip position was what I would recommend. You get a bigger benefit out of that as someone who dicked around with trying to turn a one of a bar similar to that into a log. It wasn't close enough, and I just felt like I was hurting my arms because it was you end up just curling it up like the way you shouldn't. But it's still pretty cool.
yeah. But also, Scans just says just stay strong. Doesn't matter what the implement is. I know you don't understand that, but that made sense to me. If you're just
No,
it
it's
doesn't matter
not
what
a
the
matter of
implement
not
is.
understanding. It's
Oh, yeah. The implement doesn't really matter if you're just strong in general. That's kind of why I want to try Highland. I would love to try a caber toss because my deadlift is pretty decent and I feel like those movements match. So, have I ever cabered? No. But could I? We'll see. One day when I don't have a job that's all weekends.
oh yeah, it's not ideal. Strength sports.
Not
Big
even a
James,
bit.
you got anything else for us, buddy, before we bring this one in for a landing?
No, I'm good. I just wanted to say that thanks for having me. I think you guys do a great job. It's fun. I have to admit that before I spent 9 hours with Keith in the airport, I actually did not listen to too many of these. But after he booked me, I felt social responsibility to do my fair share. So I listened to about 10 or 15.
Nice.
And I will say that I will be listening weekly. It's a good podcast. You
I
guys do a
love it.
great job. So
And like some people are confused why we book. Like I go out of my way to book people a month out. It's strategic because also I don't want to like deal with last minute scheduling, but it's like it gives us time to get info back from people, but it also gives the guest time to actually consume our backlog. Because I know a lot of you fuckers aren't listening every week or to
I
that many
needed it. I
episodes. So
needed
like
it. Like,
that's your
yeah.
several people have shared something similar to me in private or on the podcast. So that's when people reach out. I was like, hey, can you get me on the podcast? I'm like, motherfucker, I'm like, I got the next 6 weeks booked, so no, I can't get you
Yeah.
on the podcast.
And how much have you listened?
Yeah,
You know,
exactly. Like that's
I just want to be
Yeah.
on there. Okay, what's your favorite episode? How many have you listened to? How many? So it's the people that are like really eager that don't listen that we kind of are like,
It was
why?
great. Like I was honest. I honestly was like a little biased and went back first to listen to the
Oh
ones
yeah, you have to
that
cherry pick
like the
people
people that
like
I
it's
met.
the way
Yeah,
easy.
like I
Yeah,
listened
no,
to
that's
Gary's when it
that's the
came
smart
out.
move.
Yeah,
But like
that's what I
I didn't
recommend to people
know
to do.
I didn't know Bremy. Like I'd never met Bremy. I bought a chalk bowl from him. I talked to him on Discord,
Hmm.
and like his podcast was I think in December. But just last week I listened to Bremy's podcast with you guys, so
That's cool.
it's been
I love it.
cool. And now I feel like I need to get a shirt and a banner. I felt like a fraud
There are
beforehand,
only
but
three
now that I
spots
was
left on the
on,
shirts. I mean
yeah,
that is
yeah, I got to get a shirt for
there.
sure.
It,
Speaking of Bremen, there's 3 spots left.
and jokes,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what.
jokes aside, as Tanner says, it's not a bad podcast or whatever. Like we we have this niche that we do where this podcast is for 600 people. Okay, like we do this every week for literally just those 600 Massonomics followers. And to know that there's people that listen to Massonomics, hear Tanner talk about it all the time, see us talk about it in the Discord, see Tanner repost our stuff, and they still don't listen.
Mhm.
It's like,
Or even follow. Like when it's when
yeah,
you're like,
like
you don't even follow us, you motherfucker. Like
at
this is
some
weird.
point, we are doing this for people like yourself that are like, I want in, I want to dive in, I want to be involved. How do I start? It's listen to Unpaid and Underrated. Right. So when you see Scance post, you know who Scance is. You see Jen post, you know who Jen is, Dammy and all that kind of thing. And I love that it took booking you to get it, but like I love that now you're like, no, now I get it. I get it,
Right.
get it.
Love it.
Right. And that's a good story to share because yeah, we're here for I'm not here for me. I can tell you that
No.
much.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy this immensely, but if we weren't doing the service for you guys, we wouldn't be here every day.
Yeah.
Like I could enjoy doing this once a month as much as I
Yeah.
enjoy doing, you know what I mean? Like it
Right.
is all taxing. But yeah, that circling back to the spreadsheet though is I'm gonna make an effort too is to like reference once that spreadsheet's actually like up to date and like thorough. If I mean it might not ever be, but like that the spreadsheet that Gary's can compiling will be very essential for me to make sure that you is following all the active crew because I don't want to follow fucking non-crew back or like crew adjacent. Like I'll DM crew adjacent, but like with the goal to get them to be crew.
Gary, you're listening. You're always listening. Add a column appeared on unpaid and underrated, yes or no.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Which
That's
I could even go through there and do that because I can at a glance I can know everybody.
yeah, that's smart.
Um,
Let's add that.
Probably even have Chat GPT do that or something. I don't know. All
I
right.
ain't getting no chat GBT to add no M dashes to my spreadsheets.
All right. Well, we got some affiliates. Help. These really don't, they help you guys more than they help us. Like we don't really get anything out of these. We get very what's smaller than not a lot. That's how much we get back from these. But you guys get more savings than we get profits. So, take advantage of them. Affiliates, Obsidian Ammonia, Barbell Rescue, Plate Snacks, Home Gym Con, Belt Fed Strength, Freedom Fitness Equipment, and apparel from the Strength Co. Code Unpaid will pretty much save you some amount of money at all of our friends' websites. And support the people that support you. They support us, et cetera, et cetera. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 of them, like they're almost all crew and they almost all are at Home Gym Con or they're at the fucking Lift Hard Live Easy. Like these are the people that we associate with. So give them your money and, help people that run these small businesses stay afloat. It's more about that than it really is anything else. Big James, where are they going to find you at, bud?
Occupational therapist on Instagram.
Awesome. Big Joey, where you at?
At Joey_Malesko, MLECZKO. Follow me, you bastards. I mostly like I've been at 20 under 1,600 followers for like a year.
I'm gonna catch up to you. I'm gonna pass you.
Yeah, I know, and it's just like like I just want to. But again, you go back and it used to be like, oh, I want to crack 1,000, then you crack 1,000. But it's that one like I want that landmark of just hit 1,600 once. I think I did a giveaway for my 1,000th follower, and it went to a crew adjacent person.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he still hasn't joined yet. If you're listening, I know who you are.
Oh, I'm in talks to your buddy Will. Will should I'm in talks. We can talk about that in the post show. Because I got some other stuff to talk about briefly. Instagram, Unpaid and Underrated Podcast, website, unpaidinternpodcast.com. We got a YouTube, Go Raves, Carp, and others for first comment. And I'm Keith Honeycutt73 on Instagram. More importantly, follow my Orange Gym, the No Wine Cellar. And until then, see you next Tuesday.
I just want to point out briefly, I mentioned the Christopher Walken thing, which was very funny to me. And then you started calling your mother a saint, which is such a New Jersey stereotype. My mother's a saint. My mother's a saint. I was just like, oh, I love this.
The Sopranos. I
Yeah.
wanted to kind of dig into the just the stereotypical Italian stuff. But I was like, I don't want to come off as a douche, but
She
No,
is
it
a
was-
saint,
because I
bro.
know the like you self
No, I know.
described.
I don't doubt that, but that is like, oh, my mother's a saint. Like that's a New York
I
Italian.
am, bro. I'm an Italian from Jersey. What do you expect? I'm drinking.
Oh, yeah,
red
I
wine.
I
should've
love
done
it.
that.
That wasn't a judgment call at all. I love it. I thought it was great.
You had to know who. Like, do you not watch? I mean, how old are you though? You're like early
I
30s,
did. I
right?
probably do know him. I don't know anyone's name. What's his
Okay.
name?
Christopher Walken.
He's like extremely famous just for the way his
Yeah,
dialect is.
yeah, dude. He was in the Spider-Man.
Yes, he. What? No,
Mm-mm.
no, he
That's
wasn't.
William Dafoe.
Oh, Batman.
no.
It's Batman.
Yeah, he was in the
Yeah.
Batman Returns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew he was in something.
He was in the
Yeah, I know
Fatboy
this guy.
Slim video.
Click. Pulp Fiction.
Yep. I
Boondock
wore this
Saints,
watch
yeah.
in my
That's
ass.
never mind. That's yeah. Ugh.
Dude, this guy was in a lot. Yeah, yeah, I know this guy. I just would have never. Kangaroo Jack. That's a funny one.
Of all the Christopher Walken movies, he was the bad guy in The Rundown with The Rock and Sean William Scott.
Yeah, yeah.
Boop, boop.